was a week off, and we're back. So welcome back to the Archives of Elsewhere, our Ashes of Dawn campaign. I'm your GM, Dave Moss, and I'm excited to dive back into this because honestly, I have no fucking idea what is about to happen after last time's session. So to catch everybody back up on last session, you guys had spent the night at the Last Light guest house. You got up that morning, had a nice breakfast, planned your day. We're going to go do some painting. It's going to be super lovely. You go into town to get some supplies from Gerda's place. The GM completely fucks you with a fear move. And then you had some companions that were going to come with you on the day, including an unseen silent adherent from the Volari, who followed, watching Aldra, thinking that something was afoot with her. And when she cast her prestidigitation cantrip to try to make a guy's shoes smell like doo-doo, it all sort of went down very quickly as he watched you do magic, which, as we know, is tightly controlled by the Accord of Vel. And so he immediately let off this sort of like airburst attack that affected all of you. We had Ayla immediately murk a dude, just alive to dead in 1 second.
That was pretty sick, actually.
And then a sort of pitched battle ensued between the four of you and your companion Gerda, and the two remaining Accord members, the Silent Adherent, and then another sort of guard, a Greyblood initiate from the Carnifex named Make that you found out later. You were able to subdue Make. The Volari got away using some kind of magic to move very, very quickly, got back to town, and then in the quiet of the woods, Cal decided to take Make away, Make fully believing that he was about to get his throat slit and thrown over a cliff. Instead got tied to a tree and a cut marked onto his face. You guys had some quick chat, at what point in time Aldra and Gil shared some of their past experiences through some sort of magical connection between one another. And that's sort of where we pick up today, as you, the five of you with Gerda, are standing there still on this path in the woods with a number of choices. Do you go back to Varnhard's Hollow, take out the remaining Accord, and then who knows what? Do you scamper off and run down the mountainside, perhaps going to the Everburn, this like perpetually burned part of the forest? Do you head further west to Revesin, or who knows what? But we will turn that over to you all. And I'm curious, as we dive into tonight's session, if you guys could all explain to me, what are your characters' thoughts right now as you are coming into this sort of like strangely quiet moment after this hectic battle, and sort of all of your plans possibly been turning onto their head? What are each of you thinking in this moment? What are you noticing in the woods around you or in your companions? Just sort of how you're feeling. Anyone can start. I feel like Cal always goes first, so
yeah. That's why I looked at him expectantly. That's why I was waiting. I was like, somebody else can go, but if everybody keeps looking, I will go.
Ayla, you just killed a dude. Possibly your first guy ever, first human life that you've ever taken. How are you feeling in this moment?
Very shaken. It is the first life that she's taken, and I think she's having a hard time like wrapping her head around what she just did, because I think she'd always, had the mindset of protect and heal rather than hurt. And I guess it just kind of feeds into that, like, not knowing what she can do and that feeling of not knowing her role, because I think, like, as this keeps happening, she's gonna know she has to participate, but it's just always gonna feel a little wrong. So yeah, upset. She's probably gonna cry in a sec.
Is she visibly upset, or is she containing it inside?
Mostly inside, but I think she would have walked away and just, like, grounded herself a little bit, like sat down somewhere in the grass. It's like, they're gonna know that something's bothering me, but I don't think she wouldn't be, like, outwardly crying or anything, but yeah.
Okay. Aldra, how about you? How are you feeling in this moment? Knowing that it was your sort of tomfoolery that kicked this off, or perhaps suspecting, you don't know for sure.
Probably pretty guilty. She feels pretty shitty. Feels pretty bad. I was just trying to, like, play a joke to her possible friends laugh, and now she's like, well, that went really, really badly. So I think she's also, her arms are probably still bleeding. Her arms are kind of, she's, like, probably taking a second to, like, try and, like, cover them or, like, wrap them. And maybe we'll walk over to Ayla, but not, like, say anything, just, like, stand nearby, just silently, because I think she wants to, like, apologize, but also is like, well, I'm just gonna let everyone take a hot second to breathe before I approach anything. Yeah.
Gil, how about you, as you went off on that mad chase for the silent adherent? Apparently we're getting bad feedback. Everyone just want to make sure your mics are clicked in properly. Maybe just turn them away from each other so they're not just pointing. Yeah. Who knows? Worst case scenario, we'll reset the board.
Yeah. I think that two things are going through Gil's head. One is he is just, like, frustrated, not at how all that went, but how fast that guy was. Like, he's just like, that's not fair. Why is that guy so fast? Like, and then he's just starting to think about, like, oh, like, is he using magic to make him faster? And so his, like, wheels are kind of just spinning. It's like, this is his first real intense encounter with the Accord in his life. And so he's just both feeling like, well, we almost got him, so they are killable. But then at the same time, like, there's clearly this inhuman aspect to them that probably makes him nervous. But I would say his thoughts are primarily focused on the townsfolk, and he is just kind of starting to think about, you know, what's going to happen to, like, Yancey, like, because they would have noticed that he was hanging out with us, and so that might be some, like, fraternizing, and thinking about, like, Gerda's business, and just, like, in full fix-it mode in his head, like, just trying to, like, think about what could we possibly do in order to make sure that this doesn't blow back on the townsfolk.
Got it. Cal, you just walking back from your moment with Make around the bend?
Yeah, he's definitely going to be thinking, obviously, what's next step, and feeling very overwhelmed with his idea of who he is in the group, and the task he was given by the shield. Especially that we're not even 3 days in, and it has fallen apart. We haven't even gotten started, and it's fallen apart. And then also now very concerned, because as far as he knows, that was an unprovoked attack. So now every time we see the Volari, we have to be ready to fight them. So basically, we got to attack first. If we see them, we're killing them. So he's resorting back to his mercenary days where it's war.
Shoot first, ask questions later. Yeah.
Which he's been trying to kind of step away from.
Got it. So as you all are coming sort of back together, Cal's coming around the bend, Ayla and Aldra sort of off in the grass. Gerda's just sort of like standing there, like rubbing her hair, and she's just like, okay, so what do we do now? Do we run? Do we go back? There's only 2 more. We could go back. Gil, I don't know what to do.
Well, I don't really know what to do either, to be honest. I need to think for a little bit. But do you know how many there are?
There were only 5 in the town, so there are 2 more of the little guys, the new bloods, the gray bloods, and then there was one who was older. They're the officer, I suppose. Then there was the sort of he looked like a librarian or something, but he was like an administrator or something like that. And then that creepy guy who you burned his face, so he's probably not doing so great. He's very fast, but also very stabbed.
Freakishly fast. Yeah. Basically, I think we got 2 choices. One, we're heading back to the town and, we're going to try and, I guess, liberate it, or we run.
Good. How fast do you think they can get that message out?
Well, seeing how quickly that fella ran, he could probably get back to town quickly, but I don't think that he could necessarily keep that up forever. But they have horses. The guy from the synod came in a carriage, so they could get word to Revescent, but it would take a day or 2. It's a fairly long ride down to the town. There are some outposts along the way and things like that, but you've probably got a few days before they can get any reinforcements or anything up here. But you could also disappear if you need to. I guess I'm going to have to disappear too, because I was with you when this all happened, and that creepy mask guy definitely saw me helping you.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, well,
or we could, go into town and clear them out,
but then they'll just send more eventually.
Yeah.
But those ones wouldn't have known you were involved.
I suppose that's true, unless one of the others leave or something, but that's a possibility. Look, I'm kind of out of my depth here, and I'm still quite hungover. So I will defer to whatever the 4 of you are doing. Are you going to cry?
No, Gerda. I'm not gonna cry.
It's okay. I remember the first time that I killed a man. I threw up a lot. It's very strange. It's different than, like slaughtering a pig or something like that.
Yeah. It was quite different.
It's very impressive, and she literally points over at the guy's Jim's body, who's still standing there, like wrapped up with all the tree roots and stuff, just blood dripping off the root that's coming out of his mouth. I've never seen anybody do anything like what most of you did. You made fire come out of your hands, you made the roots do crazy things, and you turn into a spider? I mean, you threw a dagger real good. That was pretty good. But I've seen you do that before.
I also talked to him.
You did talk to him.
You know,
That's true. You're a very good talker.
Very magical, almost.
And your axe thing, it bounces around a little bit. How do you do that? Is it like angles and velocity and stuff?
Yes.
He can't read. He doesn't know those words.
I mean, I couldn't spell velocity, but I've heard it before.
Apparently,
These two mics?
Yeah.
Green and
White.
I just tapped it.
I don't know.
All right. Well, I think that we have to come up with a plan pretty quick, because no matter what, we're racing against the clock right now. What do you guys think? You want to liberate our first town from the Accord, even if it's only temporary, or cut loose and run?
To what end? We liberate them and then they stormed by a cavalry.
Well, you know, they could just say it's a bunch of crazy rebels, and they could give some descriptions that maybe don't match us, but
Well, they don't. What if we go and try and then they all end up hating us?
it's possible.
Chatting with the town folk, a lot of them didn't mind. They don't hate the Valari. They're not bad.
Well, they don't like them. You know, they listen to them and they take a tithe from the mine and everything else like that. I feel like tithing is just going to keep happening, you know, government and taxes and whatnot. But as much as they don't necessarily interfere directly in their lives, nobody likes to wear a collar.
Sure, but then, big picture, are we going to be wasting too much time when we could be escaping, trying to help these people for a day? Because then we're leaving again. We're not going to be there to fight the cavalry that shows up.
You could fix their mine. They would be grateful for that. They can't mine as well as they used to. But that's also risky because it would take time.
And then if we fix the mine, wouldn't Valari just take it over anyway?
No, they don't want to do the mining. They just want to make the people do the mining for them. So if you make it safer for them, maybe they're happy with you. Maybe not. Maybe you go back there and 2 days from now an army marches in. You're fucked. I don't know.
Because it's a large group of I'm not really large, but these Accord guys are only here because of that Godwake, right?
Yeah, I mean, there were the 5 Carnifex that were here before just because cops. But other than that, you know, the Valari came recently, and then that Synod fella only came because of the Godwake.
So if we deal with the Godwake, maybe it just goes back to some annoying Carnifex guys instead of some creepy whisper mask men.
But for what? We're now being hunted. And now we already got a bigger thing to do. And now we're just gonna go help them out in their mine just because while we're under the gun. They're not being attacked now because of us.
Isn't helping people while we're doing all this.
Yeah, big picture helping. We're not going to be helping everybody if we don't get to the Flamekeeper.
What are you all doing, by the way? You never really truly got into it. You just sort of showed up, and then all of a sudden, craziness happened.
We're trying to find the Flamekeeper.
You're trying to find one of the
Yes.
Amberfell 6 who's dead.
Not dead. Hiding.
Sure.
We got some intel from a very reliable source.
Okay. Is she supposed to be in the hollow?
They just told us to follow the river west.
Very vague. It's actually a piss off.
Right. No help there. I don't know where any dead wizards are.
Do you know anything about that burnt forest that's not far from here?
All I know is that it burned during the war, and it continues to burn from time to time, but it's mostly just stays dead. But Tenera, when she's sending ore shipments to whoever she sends ore shipments to, that's where they drop it off. She gets the notes from the musical note person, and then they just go and leave it there, and then someone comes and takes it. I helped them one time because I had a lot of extra.
Wait, if that was part of a god wake, the flame keeper was involved in bringing the gods in. That all was kind of tied to it. And the flame keeper's kind of doing something with some godly ore.
I thought the Flamekeeper was the one that made the gods go away because she summoned the voice in Amber. Oh, well, that makes sense.
What if she's involved in that?
The gods are fake, right?
No, they're not fake.
I've never seen the god.
Finally.
You have?
That's it. We were all at the bar. I was chatting with mine.
You got the goat. Like your own personal private goat.
Like,
Did you get hit on the head?
is he in the bath with you?
Wait, goats
Well-
get in the bath with you?
We're on a big time crunch here, and we really don't have time to be doing this.
Well,
Yeah.
when did you talk to him?
Pardon?
How? When?
I prayed. That's the first time I actually talked to him.
So, like,
Very
but he,
often.
but he talked back? Or they? Sorry.
As he H-U-L.
How?
Words? I don't know. Talk to me.
Like in your head? Or you?
Well, probably, but or I was teleported to another dimension, which seems unlikely right now. But I saw not the tavern when I turned around, and it was. You ever been out in the middle of the night when the sky's bright?
Always.
That times 100, and it's all around me, and off in the distance, impossibly tall. There he was, just staring, not blinking, passing on some tenants. Believe it or not, he told me to have patience with all of you.
Well, he sounds extremely wise, and I think that you should listen to him.
Now he's a believer.
Well, you know, I don't necessarily believe, but I trust you, so
It's good enough for me.
at least saw something.
Right, so I am partial that the gods are here. They're present, at least one of them.
But something creepy's going down in that mine. They said that there's ghosts or something down there.
All right, so if the Flamekeeper is interested in the mine, like if we infer that that's her in that burnt forest and she is interested in the ore, then she's probably going to want the ore to keep on going, or probably is interested in what's going on in the mine. So we could either go to town, take care of the baddies, go to the mine, and go to the Flamekeeper and say, hey, we fixed the mine. Or we could go try and find the Flamekeeper and see if the Flamekeeper will help us.
I feel like at that point it'd be too late. I do think now that we would have to go to town first. Because just because 4 strangers show up doesn't mean she's going to show her face again. Be like, okay, yeah, let's go kill a town. And we would have to go now.
It's the closest we've got to any information about her, at least.
There's a couple
We also, the distraction we had was set for tonight anyway. Just stay out of town until the plan was supposed to happen. I don't think we need to go back and.
We could make it seem like we skipped out just for the money.
Well, that's what they would think. They're not going to think we're gonna come back to town. Right?
No, they wouldn't. That'd be stupid.
This is the exact sort of plan that I really enjoy.
It's true. This is exactly his sort of plan. If someone says that's a really dumb idea, Gilligan's always like,
He's tapping his fingers.
Everyone always assumes that criminals are very smart.
and if they
Shoot, push her through damn Gil.
I know. That's why I said it.
I don't mean to be crude, but two of the other Grey Blood initiates, the other Carnifex soldiers that aren't down, they weren't much more robust. And then she sort of looks over her shoulder at Jim's body. But if they send others later, they probably would be. So if you're going to do it, whatever it is that you're going to do, now would be the time. They're likely going to up the security here.
And Masky Boy is already a little bit punctured.
Yeah, for now, but he'll heal.
Just, you know.
Are you all okay?
No.
You all got stabbed a little bit. Well, some of you got stabbed a little bit.
A little sore. But
Have been better.
There's a small little cave just up the way. We could go up there, and you could sit and rest and lick your wounds until the evening, unless you wanted to go and do this now. Well, their wounds are also unlicked.
I don't think hearing what Mike had to say, that he wasn't in control of himself. Are we ready to believe that they're just going to attack us? Do you think there's any chance that we can talk them out of fighting us?
well,
That's always a better option.
they might have had a reason to attack us. Maybe they saw something, or we said something that we didn't notice.
I think we could reason them. Fuck. And I'm gonna start jogging back to where Mike is.
Okay. Yeah, you come around the bend and he's still just there. Like, he's just slumped down now. The blood is sort of like run down his cheek from where you cut him. And he just like slumped down and he looks up at you and it's like immediate panic in his eyes.
Hey. Look.
Just, I won't bother you.
I'm gonna set my axe and my dagger down on the ground.
I'll just, you leave me here. Somebody will find me eventually. It's fine.
Look, that's not. I don't even know how to say this. Things look real tense right now.
Uh-huh.
How much do you like that Valari fella?
I don't really know.
Yeah, well, being in your head and all.
That was a first. Well, first for him. They kind of all do that.
Right, so here's the thing.
He's a thing.
You want to sing?
Yes, you do.
You want to help us kind of, as that group's saying, liberate the town.
It's just like confusion washes over his face. Liberate
Yeah, look,
the town?
I'm confused too, here.
I don't. From who?
The ones going in people's heads unprovoked, just attacking strangers. Your friend Jim is dead. You could have been dead too.
Look, I saw you guys do magic. That's like wildly not allowed.
Are you gonna tell anybody about it?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I was gonna get myself out of this situation, I was just gonna run and find some small town and marry some nice fat lady and go just never do anything ever again. And that was it. I promise you, I will not be a problem to you. I joined up 6 months ago. This is my first posting. I had no other prospects. I had no other work. It was this or it was fishing. And I'm a terrible fisherman. Do you know how early you have to get up to be a fisherman? No, thank you. So I joined the army, and then they sent me to this sleepy ass, shitty town with the worst beer that I've ever drank. But it was quiet and it was easy. And then you came along and you killed my friend and you tied me to a tree. And now you want me to help you liberate a town from me?
It's not from you.
We're not the bad guys here, man.
Yeah, why do you think I didn't kill you, Meg? Every chance to.
You think that makes me believe that you're the good guy because you showed mercy?
I'm a better guy than the guy that's invading your head and making you kill people. We'll try.
Your friend did magic. Magic's against the law.
How do you get into someone's head?
What about him? Do magic to get me.
I'm just saying, or in the corner, just like rage myself.
You think he's above the law then? You're fine with that.
They're the ones in power. They're the ones that keep everybody safe. Have you ever been to an Accord city? They're amazing. I wanted to eventually get posted to one. Nobody goes hungry. Everybody's happy. We're not the bad guys.
I mean, I bet Jim would disagree.
You killed Jim!
So if I'm going to attack you, Meg, you think you're just going to stand there and take a sword to the throat? Or are you going to try to defend yourself? Be fucking realistic here.
You're a fucking criminal! You and your friends did magic!
What?
You and your friends did magic and you broke the law. That's why
We were defending ourselves. Why is it so hard for you to understand right now?
So if you just go and light a place on fire and then someone doesn't like that and so you defend yourself and you kill them.
No, that's a completely different situation. If I was in the building when they set the building on fire and I fought them to get out, that's a similar situation.
Look, man, I'm not a fucking solicitor, okay? You broke the law and I was given orders to stop you. You killed my friend. You hurt the other guy. You tied me to a tree. You cut my face. You're not making a compelling argument that you're the good guys, but I was still going to turn the other cheek, and he points the one that doesn't have a cut on it to you, and walk away. And now you want me to go and kill my friends?
I didn't say kill.
Liberate. Sorry. You want to go and liberate my
I
friends.
actually know what I wanted you to help with? Reason with them. Because I don't want to kill them. Like I didn't want to kill you, Meg. I've had 8 years of killing people. And I'm kind of tired of it. Because it didn't lead to anything better. So I wanted you to go reason with them. So we didn't have to kill them. Because we...
They're not going to listen to me.
I know.
Because that mask fucker went back there and he's probably riling them all up. You think that some grunt is going to change their fucking mind?
Maybe. You would.
I can't change your mind.
To believe that I'm the bad guy? What are you trying to convince me of?
You broke the law.
I understand that, Meg. So there, you changed their mind. I was going to ask you for help. Clearly you're not put up for this. You should have been a fisherman. You've been a shit fisherman, you're a worse fucking soldier. I'm going to put the thing back in your mouth and I'm walking.
Okay.
And then I'm going to poke my head around the corner and go, just so you know, laws are basically threats that are established by the ruling class in a given nation. And basically a police force is an occupying army. So really what you guys are doing are you're just threatening your people that if they don't obey, then you're going to do something to them. And that doesn't sound very nice. Anyways, that's just my opinion. See you later, mate. I'll just pop back around the corner.
Thanks, Brandon.
synopsis that their life is great.
Yeah.
No, for sure. I bet it's great.
All right. So,
Upper game.
might be a good idea, but then we are giving them more time to prepare. But then we're also giving ourselves more time to prepare. If we're fighting all of them, I could use a break.
All right. Perhaps just a short one.
Just a tiny one. A couple hours.
Hot girl nap.
All right.
Okay, I could take you there. It's only about 20 minutes away.
Thanks, Gerda.
In for a penny, in for a pound, I guess. Okay.
I'm gonna try to cover some of our tracks as we're going after.
Okay. Go ahead and give me probably an instinct. Well, you tell me. You tell me what you want to do. How do you want to cover your tracks?
Well, it would be more like intentional, like let's walk on the grass, not on the gravel. And then I would want to walk on the gravel, or maybe a couple of us. Maybe, definitely not Gerda, because her big ass feet. And then when she, let's say goes left, I want to keep going for a bit.
It's like a false trail.
Yeah.
Okay.
I more want to, distract, false trails.
Yeah. I'll let you choose between finesse and instinct for this. And if you want to use an experience, or if anybody wants to help, by all means.
I don't mind helping.
Got a hope to spend.
I think so. I have one singular hope left.
Okay, so it gives you advantage on the roll. So add a d6 to it.
Oh, this one doesn't matter if it's fear, hope, or doesn't.
No, this does, yeah, but you can add a d6 because she's helping. So
19 with fear.
a 19 with fear. That's definitely a success. What I will say is I'm going to pass the fear over to you guys. What goes wrong, or who is willing to take a stress, or what is happening in this moment? Because you're successfully going to create a false trail. 19 is a great roll, but what is happening? Does Ayla take a stress because she's in her head about the murder she did? Does Aldra take a stress because she's worried about stuff, that sort of thing? I'll let you guys handle that.
I was gonna say I would also take a stress.
All of us are a little bit.
So you made the roll. So if you want to take the stress, explain how that stress is impacting you.
Yeah, so he's very in his head with that shit conversation with Make, because he did leave. Obviously, whatever. Here nor there.
Not the brightest, not the sharpest crayon on the box.
So that was shit. Just this whole thing for him has been not great in the slightest. So he's from one thing to the next, it's just never ending. And so if he's walking along, he might not be paying attention, and will kind of be veering off and oh fuck, the track, I should be going left and I'm walking on the grass. So it'd also be meandering down, but he's gonna be so focused on how this is falling apart.
Okay, so go ahead and mark that stress. I'll flip actually, I'm not even take the fear, just mark the stress. I will do we still having weird feedbacks? This cable is literally over top of a power outlet.
Who's to say?
Sometimes that can create crosstalk. So I'll just do that. Just clear some shit up here.
Oh, that fixed it.
That fixed it?
Yeah.
Works.
That was the power. Yeah.
Sounds
You can
good.
thank my networking background. Electrical crosstalk is a motherfucker.
Thanks, networking background.
Okay. The rest of you, you can either just go off the trail and follow Gerda, or if you're really trying to hide, we could do a group finesse roll. Your call. We do have the false trail. So there's already a hide. It's just dependent upon how careful you guys want to be, and if you want to.
Yeah, I think Gil would be okay with just trying to like get there. He's kind of feeling the crunch of time.
Okay. So Gerda just sort of like gives you a rough idea. Go up that way, can't miss it, sort of thing. And then she takes the three of you up the hill, and you sort of like go around sort of the side of a hill, and the cave mouth is facing it an opposite way. So it's one of those things like you really have to know it's here in order to find it. So it's a pretty good hidey hole for you guys to spend the afternoon if you want.
I immediately take off my shoes.
All right. Yeah, it's like goes back maybe 10 meters occasionally. It looks like there's different animals that have lived in here at different times, different, den type materials. There's some bats hanging from the roof, from the ceiling of the cave and everything. But it's quiet and it's safe, and it's a place where you can literally and figuratively lick your wounds.
Am I back? How long?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you could have gone for, you went off the beaten path for 20, 30 minutes and then doubled back and found your way back here.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I think Aldra's gonna just hang out and try and clean her wounds a little bit, and just maybe sit by the entrance, just quietly by herself. Cleaning her own wounds and stuff.
Okay. What's everybody doing for your short rest? So on a short rest, which I don't know if we've done a short rest yet.
I don't think so.
So for a short rest, you have the same activities you can take: tend to wounds, clear stress, repair armor, prepare. You can't work on a project on a short rest, but on a short rest, you roll instead of getting max. So for tending to wounds, you can clear 1d4 hit points on yourself or on an ally. For clearing stress, you can clear 1d4 stress, obviously only on yourself. For repairing armor, it's 1d4 armor, but you can only do 2 of these things and you roll for them.
With my clank ancestry, one of those gets to be a long rest action.
Yes.
Okay.
I think elves might get something from this too. Not 100% sure. That might just affect long rests.
It says just during a rest.
Okay, great.
I only have stress though, so.
Well, you can help somebody else clear their hit points on a short rest, though.
How many do you have?
I'm going to tend my wounds and I'm going to prepare.
Okay.
Do you want to prepare with me?
I have full hope, so there's no point.
That's so cool of you.
Whatever I was saying, I don't know
okay,
what the hell to
nice.
do with all my hope.
I'm going to use my long rest to take care of my hit points.
Guys, I'm trying to help somebody out.
You guys all have ancestries that help you on rest, basically, other than Gil.
I am feeling
with the armor
mildly
slots.
stressed out right now.
I can't help your
1d4.
stress. I can only help your hit point.
Oh, well then I could clear my stress instead of my hit points. And then you can do my hit points.
God, you can help me
Let me
clear
see how I
armor
roll with this
slots.
first for my own.
Gerda can help you as well, because she's not doing anything. Also 1.
Oh, you.
Is it one?
It's fine. 1 out of 5.
It's
Is it
1d4.
plus your tier though?
I think it's just 1d4.
Because on this,
A
might be
1d4 plus
your
your tier.
Is it plus your tier?
Yeah.
So I would take off 2 then, because I rolled a 1 and we're tier 1.
Yeah.
because I downloaded the character sheet, and on this short rest thing, it says 1d4 plus
That's
your tier.
probably accurate. I'm just going to double check.
Okay.
Because it doesn't say so on my quick sheet, so we'll just find out. Thankfully, they have a great index in this book by Darrington Press. Short rests, 105. It's so interesting to me to be playing a game that I just don't know every
All the
rule
rules.
after so many years of D&D. 1d4 plus your tier. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so I am clearing
Sweet.
1, 2 strength.
So you would be 2 plus your tier, so
Yeah.
3 armor.
So my armor slot's cleared and my hit points are cleared.
Save in mind 1d4s.
Are you can do health, or should I do health?
I can do some of your health. Then I would just roll for it, I guess, because I don't have to.
Nice.
3.
It's actually wild with your Clank ancestry and then 2 Elven ancestries to be able to just make a short rest almost a long rest.
What happens on the short rest, right?
So you usually just roll for
You're
it.
clearing 3.
But with her long rest, or with her Elven ancestry and her Elven ancestry, they can take 1 long rest action on a short rest, and then with your Clank, you can do the same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Clanker.
Big clanker.
It's only half clanker. Aldrat,
Oh, I do get.
have you ever sharpened a knife?
Though it's 1d4.
Mostly for cooking, not for how much different could it be?
Yeah. Concept's the same.
Yeah,
You mind sharpening this for me?
sure.
Thanks.
I rolled 1d4 for my fear and got a 4, by the way.
Classic.
I picked it up and dropped it, and it got a 4. And I'm like, well, that doesn't count. I'll actually roll it. So I rolled it, and I'm like, still a 4.
The dice have spoken.
Yeah.
And you're preparing?
Yeah.
Is anyone preparing? Or is-
Aldra and I are preparing.
How are you preparing?
She's helping me sharpen my knives.
Very nice. Very nice. Is there anything else you guys want to do? Conversations you want to have? Anything else like that as you are stuck in this cave for at least an hour, but
I feel like,
potentially longer?
especially if Gerda was helping me, Cal will be chatting with her, just kind of more about the layout of the mine and how we're going to be sneaking in and loosely, not going full on prepare, but just kind of getting his head in.
But I don't really go to the mine all that often. Every now and again, they want some, help with bringing some gear down there and whatnot. But the shaft that is having the problem, number 18, that's the one where everything's gone down. It's one of the older shafts, but they all start of still produce. It's very strange, the ore they just keep finding more and more. But this one in particular, is a down. Some of them are just straight into the mountain. Some of them to go up, but this one is it goes down. I've never been down there myself, but hearing the stories at the tavern and everybody talking about it, it's because it's an older mine. It's a little like a smaller space, but then it opens up into a series of sort of caverns and things like that. And what I heard is, once you get to the first cavern, that's when the sort of weirdness happens. People said that they saw people from their past who were no longer alive down there.
Ghosts like that, then.
I guess. I don't know. I've never really seen a ghost.
I don't believe in ghosts.
Well, you might be fine then. I don't know if it's a belief sort of thing.
I think that you have to believe in them if you want to see them.
Oh, it's like
So,
fairies.
I think so.
Right. Great. Well, you'll probably be fine. I don't know about the rest of you. I believe in ghosts, so I'm not coming.
What are you going to do right now? You going to be hiding out here till we get back, or are you going to...
No, I'm going to get all of my belongings and favorite things from my shop, and I'm going to leave because they saw me with you, and so
Right.
I'm not good, and I'm going to make sure that Tenera and Yancy get out of there as well.
Right.
Where are you going to go?
I don't know.
Well, for what it's worth, I fully did not intend on fucking your life up twice.
Gil, I genuinely believe you, which is not something that happens all that often.
Just because I'm actually telling the truth right now.
I can tell. It suits you.
Well, all right, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
But I'll probably take Yancy and Tenera, and we'll they've got contacts, you know. Yancy said he's part of this broken crown or broken halo, I think he said it was. So we'll probably, you know, he'll make some contacts and we'll go somewhere. Tanera's got friends as well, people that she sent you know, ore to and whatever. Maybe we'll go to this musical note person and do that.
Has Yancy ever mentioned anything about a man in grey, like a grey man, who refers to himself as such?
Not to the best of my knowledge, no.
All right. I just happen to be looking for someone, and I think that they might be somehow related to that broken halo.
That's convenient, but no. All I know about the broken halo is they used to be followers of one of the members of the Six, and they were sort of bards and performers and things like that, and now they're just sort of an intelligence network. Highest bidder sort of thing.
Right. If we wanted to potentially find you down the road, is there a good way to do that?
I didn't know you were going to find me this time. I thought you were off chasing cheese.
Well, I was for a little bit.
I don't know. I mean, I still have contacts with my clan, so if you find any other folks of my persuasion, and she sort of like motions to her red hair and her height, they might be able to find a way to get a message to me. I send my money to my parents and whatnot.
Are you cutting ties with that unblinking eye?
They're not the kind of people that you necessarily cut ties with, but they also understand that every now and again in our line of work that you have to go to ground. So perhaps they might be able to find me as well.
All right. Thanks for everything.
Yeah, it's been weird. It's been really nice to see you and to meet you, Ayla, and to meet you, Cal. You seem much less grumpy today, and I'm very happy for that. You're a very good fighter.
Thank you.
And a lot of the fighters that I have met are also grumpy. It's probably because they have to do and see lots of terrible things, and so they have deep feelings that they just shove down as far as they can put them instead of talking them out and having a good time. I'm very sad that we never got to change pants.
Well, guess we'll just have to meet in the future.
I suppose that I would like that very much.
I hope in the future that I fit your pants better than I think I would right now.
I'm not sure what that means, but I'm flattered.
It's up to interpretation.
Right. I'm going to keep the flattery then. Look, if you're trying to get the jump on those fellows when you get back to the town, there's a small sort of tower that is just a little bit to the southwest of the town, and that is where they have their barracks. It is also the place that is sort of the epicenter of what we've figured out between Tanera and myself and Yancy, where they listen from. So if you want to turn that off, it's probably there as well. But once you're in the mine, they're sort of out of the range. So you also have that possibility if you want to get in, get out, to be sneaky. I'll leave that up to you. But I'm going to go to the pick and pack and get my things, and then try to get Yancy and Tanera out if they're not already clapped in irons.
If they are clapped in irons, can you just maybe, I don't know, make a little scuff on your door or something like that?
I'll leave a little bit of chalk
All right.
if they're in trouble.
Sounds good.
If you all excuse me for 1 second, I'm about to do something that may seem to you very strange and inappropriate, but to me has been a long time coming. She literally just picks up Gil and just like like gives him a bit of a dip and just like plants a long kiss on him, and then just puts him back on the ground and just knocks your hat off, ruffles up your hair, slaps you across the face, and says, "The slap is for leaving me for cheese. The kiss is for coming back. The ruffle is for try to stay out of trouble and keep yourself alive." Good. Anyone else? Okay, great. We should probably go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you need anything for the mine? Here. And she sort of like pulls a key off of her belt and hands it off to you and says, "That's the key to my shop. I've got another if you need to. I don't know if you need supplies or anything. I'm not going to take any of the rope or any of that shit. I stole it all anyways. So you just take what you want."
Thank you, Gerda.
Yeah. This has been a very weird day. Okay.
All right.
Shall we shove off?
Yeah. Our weird weekend.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
Weekend at Gurney's.
Ada, if you were to turn into one of those bats, would you be able to like talk to the bats?
Gil, we had a whole conversation.
Yeah, I know, but it was kind of more of like, can you talk like a human, less talk like to animals? This is a reverse question,
I can talk like me.
but not like them.
No.
Oh. All right. Well,
What did he say about criminals earlier?
Not that bright.
geniuses. Geniuses.
Right, let's go then.
All right. Do you wait for a specific time of day or anything else like that, or is it just basically once you've got your guys's once you basically got yourself back to normal, are you heading in?
Around like dinner time, I'd imagine. So then it's sundown shortly after by the time we get back. Because we're what, a little over an hour away?
Yeah, give or take.
Everyone's going to go get dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody that's not in commotion.
Yep.
Okay. So why don't we do a group finesse roll? You could choose who leads the roll. So they'll be the one that actually does the hope and fear. And everybody else will just roll.
It will not be me.
I'm a -1, so it won't be
I'm a
me.
-1.
I got +1.
+2.
All right, Gil.
Rogue's gonna rogue.
Let's give him the total.
Yeah, so DC is going to be 14.
Nice.
If you get above that, it's a +1 for Gil's roll. If you get below that, it's a
What
-1.
if you meet it? I got 14.
Pizza.
Hell yeah.
And ours don't matter. Hope and fear, right?
No, that's just pluses and minuses for his rolls.
5.
All right, so that is a -1 to your roll, Gil. We got a 4, a 14, and a 5.
Gonna mark a stress to reroll because I definitely failed that one.
Okay.
Rolled a 2 and a 1.
Fear earlier today, so I get a 1 token.
Okay.
Even worse.
It's better, but still not great. At least it's with hope.
Also, don't forget, Ayla, with your Wildborn background, you have advantage on rolls of being moved without being heard. So you can add a D6 to that 5. It won't matter.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just reminding you of that ability.
Okay.
Gives and takes away.
Well, she can't roll a 9 on a
No, I know,
D6. But keep in mind, like, you can also always spend hope to get experiences and do other things like that if you wanted to try to pump.
I just
things
realized I
up.
can use my Slyborn.
You also rolled a journal entry, so you have a reroll.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's okay.
How many terms have I written?
I got a 14 exactly
Meets it, beats it.
with hope.
So tell me, as you all head back into town, as the sun is going down, where in town are you going to first? Are you trying to go to...
Hold up.
Sorry, how long did we wait after Gerda? She left right away, right?
She basically, after she kissed Gil,
So we're like 3 hours behind her then.
couple hours behind her. She was gonna go head back into town, sneak through, go to her shop, get her stuff, and then try to get Tanera and Yancy out of there before you guys did whatever that you were going to do.
She was like right in the middle. Okay, as we're walking.
She's also a thief. She's not bad at hiding.
Smuggler.
No, I mean her.
Oh, her shop. Yes, her shop is in the dead center of town.
Well, do we want to go to this tower?
On the way out, I think.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm willing to hear you out, but
I'm just wondering. All right.
if they see us, though, then we're not going to the mine.
True.
Yeah.
So you want to make mine first or town first?
I'd say the mine first. Gerda was right in the middle. We're going to be doing a lot more sneaking around and a lot more potential being seen if we go in through there.
Yeah.
If one guard spots us, one person that doesn't like us, we're done. And we don't get the mine, we're back on the run, but we're on the run 20 feet in front of them. Jesus, man. What's today?
All right.
I think I agree with Cal. It makes no sense to head straight to the mine.
The mine it is.
When we get close to town, does it seem like there's much commotion?
Yeah. So as you guys, I wanted to know which way you were coming into town before I describe what was going on. Because if you're going straight to the tower, it means a different thing. Everything else like that. As you get to town, there are essentially the tower is lit up. There's a beacon lit on the top of the tower itself. Just to sort of cast light around the area more than anything else. Farnard's Hollow is in a hollow. It is in a depression in the earth. This is not a beacon that is like announcing itself to anybody else so much as they're just trying to create light now that it is darker at night. You also will see 3 torches moving in unison, doing patrol through and around the town.
Cool. Okay. But like, are the people like they're not like there's no like riots or?
There is nobody on the streets other than those 3 torches.
Fuck. Could give him the old razzle dazzle.
Can we see how far the tower is away from us? Fuck the light though.
Yeah, I mean the tower is probably maybe 100 meters outside of the town on the southwest corner of the town. It's cleared land leading up to it for probably that 100 meters all around. Like it's a military building,
yeah.
so it is built to they can see who's approaching, you know, that sort of thing. But there's also 3 torches that are moving through town, and Gerda said that there's only 3 guys left.
Yeah.
Plus the Synod fellow, the archivist, and the silent adherent from the Volari. So 5 potential Accord members here in town.
How invested are you taking out this tower?
I mean, it would be pretty cool. Don't you think?
As long as we don't get caught.
And then we could say something epic, like we turn it off at the top, and we've killed the bad guys, and then we just yell from the top like, "You can not worry about being listened to no more," or something like that, you know?
Well, no, I think stealth would still be the way, because we're going to make our way to the mine. We're
Right.
not trying to kill them, we're just trying to disable. You think a rat could sneak in there? Or a bird?
What? Sorry.
You think a rat or a bird could sneak in there? How small can you get?
In where?
Into the tower.
Why am I going in the tower? I thought we were going going to the mine.
That's where they listen from.
If we turned off the tower, then they can't do their magic listening thing anymore.
I can turn into a mouse.
That's pretty small.
Mouse is pretty small.
And I still have hands.
That's really weird.
No, it's little mouse hands. That's so cute.
No. I thought she meant her own hands.
Oh,
Really tiny. But when
now
They
that
just-
would be weird.
they just
You're
drag
right. That's a terrifying mental image.
You think you could run there then? If there's anybody there, you scurry off and you scurry back. I mean, I think she should probably do that anyway.
I like how because she's a mouse, she's scurrying, you know? Like I've never heard you say that before, but because she's turning into a mouse.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gil.
Yeah.
yeah, I can do it.
I can send Jeffrey with you if you want. You guys would probably be the same size.
And if there's any way to set it on fire,
Yeah, he's just
I don't know how
running.
to disable a magic listening tower, but I imagine burning it down would probably do the trick.
That is a poignant statement. Like, what if she gets in there and it's some sort of complex,
Maze.
like, thing?
Then again,
Just turn back around.
come back and we leave it. I really think we only do it if it's easy. But I mean, guess what would it be? I don't know, I'm rambling. I'm stressed, I don't know what we should be doing.
Do we have to go through the town to get to the mine?
No, you can go around.
Because we could just go straight to the mine and forget about the town for now.
Okay, let's do it then. That was our original plan, let's not get distracted.
All right. I did really want to see you scurry into the tower, though.
I'm sure there'll be other times.
To the
And-
mine.
And they can't hear us in the mine anyways. The
Yeah.
tower. Yeah. Sorry, Mountain.
We just got to be careful on the way. Wait a minute. Can they hear us right now? Well, now it's too fucking late. We gotta.
We're not going to the mine. I repeat, we're not.
We're definitely going to the mine.
Would you do barn?
Yeah, with him saying that, I'm gonna be like, fuck.
Yeah.
And I am just gonna start going towards the mine.
Okay.
Wait, we're going exactly where we said we were going to go? All right. Makes sense. Hide in plain sight. I like it. Let's go to the mine.
Can't wait to this again.
This guy cannot shut his trap.
But they could just think he's bluffing.
That's the idea.
Sure, that was not me role playing that. I'm just
I'm just
Yeah,
Okay.
we are scurrying to the mine.
All of us are scurrying. Non-mice scurrying.
Yeah.
Just scurrying.
Just general scurry. Okay. Got it. So we can have the stealth roll hold as you guys sort of like skirt your way around sort of the like southern-ish up to the northern-ish part of town along the outside, following sort of like the tree line and going over some ravines and everything else like that. I don't know why this old town music starts with like a boom, but it's like
I like
it is what it is. But you sneaking your way around the outskirts of Barnard's Hollow, heading towards, it's just sort of like a cliff face entrance that's maybe a half kilometer off to the eastern section of the town. So the town itself is just sort of slightly separated. Then there's just sort of like a road that leads to this cliff face. As you arrive there, you all sort of hear sort of like laughing and a couple of voices, maybe 4 or 5 voices, just sort of like echoing off of the sort of like rocky wall faces, just coming coming out of the quiet of the night, the eerie quiet of the night, especially because there's no action going on in town, just lights in windows as you're moving your way up towards the mine. But the laughter and the voices seem to be coming from the direction of the mine.
I think so. Keep going unless somebody's stopping me.
Yeah.
Can we get close enough just to try to hear what they're saying? Like if they are like end up being in the mine entrance, can we just kind of be off to the side to see what they're talking about?
Yeah, so it's sort of like two mountains sort of come down, and their slopes. It's a bit of like a valley, like a ravine that leads to the mine face. So eventually, it's a slot canyon, right? Like you will be in their path. There's no way to sneak around and get into the mine. There's one way in. And so you're hearing the voices sort of echo off of this sort of like cul-de-sac of stone that is ahead of you. Higher pitched laughter.
Kids. Never mouse idea. Never mouse idea.
Never mouse idea.
Never a mouse.
Never mouse idea.
The town said there's ghosts in there, right? You scurry through, get into one of the shafts behind them, and you start sounding like a ghost, and you scare those fucking kids off so we can get in there. What do you think? I don't want to be putting you in danger just for the hell of my ideas, but well, we just try to scare them off anyway.
I've got a pretty good ghost routine.
I can do that.
How many times can you do the animal thing in a day?
Till I have no hope.
Oh, so as long as you remain hopeful, you're okay.
Or I'm so stressed out that I can't do it.
All right. That's good to know. That's crazy.
That is
Yeah.
That there's
crazy.
no like.
limitation.
Well,
Yeah.
you mark a stress every time
It's
you do
a
it.
stress limitation.
But
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow,
that's
that makes
nuts,
sense.
though.
But then you can also spend 3 hope to transform without marking a stress.
Jesus.
But it's 3.
That's pretty cool.
But I have lots of stress. Anyway.
I mean, I think that's almost foolproof plan.
Oh, okay.
There's going to be rodents and things in the mine. They're not going to be. I mean, I wouldn't say just run right by their feet as they step on you, but kind of run on in.
And then
I'm just trying to scare these kids out.
Scare them like a ghost. I don't know.
okay.
Look, I believe in you. I don't know what it means to you, but I do.
Okay. Mark the stress.
Don't sound so excited.
I'm scared.
I'm scared.
Going to the mine all by yourself.
What she doesn't want to tell us is that she has a really good ghost routine, and she just doesn't want to
Yeah.
show it off. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm jumping with you blood, but
Okay.
So you transform into a mouse?
yeah.
Okay. Just like a regular old dormouse kind of thing?
Yep.
Yeah, easy enough. And you just sort of scurry off your way towards the mine.
She's scurrying! Look at her scurry!
I'm gonna like turn over my little mouse
Two
head.
little mouse fingers.
Whoa, she
My-
does have hands!
You get about like another 100 or so feet down this sort of like winding path that leads to the sort of like abrupt cliff, and you come into this sort of a bit of an opening where there are some like like sheds and other things like that where materials and equipment and everything else like that is stored, and you see a knot of 6 kids that are sort of standing by the road, various ages, anywhere between, I would say, probably like 12 and 18, and there is one kid that is currently being like cajoled and harassed to go and touch the door of the mine, and they're all like, the ghosts are gonna get you, go on, Brayden, you got this, you're gonna get it. Like, and he's like just super freaking out, and these other kids are sort of laughing, and they're passing around a flask of alcohol and everything else like that. It's like the laughter is sort of echoing off of the walls around you, as you can easily scurry past them and get towards the head of the mine. As that's happening, and as you're running ahead, the 3 of you see torchlight coming up the road from the town toward the mine entrance. Still a bit off, but moving torchlight coming toward you. What do you do?
Can I get like into the mine?
Oh yeah, there's no like the mine doesn't have like doors that close or anything else like that. It is just a big sort of like gaping black maw that descends into the earth.
Yeah.
Okay. If there's like a part or something I can kind of hide behind that's not like visible from any point of the entrance.
Like once you're inside?
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause
I mean, you go 10 feet in and you're in pitch black.
Okay.
Because it's already night outside, and then it is so much darker in here. There's no lanterns or torchlight or anything else like that. So you were immediately hidden once you're in there.
Would you say that if I'm in, like, would my voice carry the same, or would it be quieter because I'm
Mouse
such a
voice.
small mouse? Because
I think it would definitely be quieter in mouse form,
okay.
just given the size of the vocal cords.
Yeah. Okay.
Magic.
Put in my
Also, she has
magic
magic
mouse.
mouse.
I mean, like, if you want, I would say, like, from a narrative perspective, right? Like, if you want to spend a hope or do something like that to, like, channel a bigger voice out of this tiny mouse body without having to transform or anything else like that, by all means, like, that's... The narrative is your narrative, or you could just, bamf out a ghost or wolf mouse form. I got there.
Bamf out a
Jesus.
ghost mouse form.
Having a stroke.
6 sevens.
What was the other number? 41?
Yeah.
But yeah, as
Okay.
even still too, if you get deeper into the mine, it'll have more of an echo and feel like it's coming out of the mine itself.
Okay. Okay, yeah, then maybe I'll go a little further, but still spend a hope to.
Make a big voice
Louder.
in mouse form.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm a big mouse.
What does that look like as you tap into your druidic power to like augment? Because essentially, as you're shifting into these animal shapes, you're shifting your actual body. So as you are like augmenting your form, like it could be any sort of thing, right? Like all of a sudden you could grow like the pouch of a bullfrog on the front of your voice, on like the front of your throat to give you like a deeper croak, or you could, whatever, anything like that. Like, how do you change your animal body to create a larger voice?
I'm trying to think of animals that are loud.
Give yourself a powerful
Fucking
lion
cricket. Those are so loud for how tiny they are. Just rub your legs together, creep them out.
I'm a mouse.
Is that what it says when you rub your legs together?
So upset. All blindfolded. I don't know.
Sorry. I'm a ghost.
How loud? I don't know.
Yeah, actually,
Just say his name.
Brayden. Yeah, maybe like when I go to make a noise, yeah, my mouth kind of like shaped like a line when they like roar, I guess.
Yeah, I love that.
It's gonna look freaking weird, so good
Yeah,
thing I'm in the
yeah.
dark.
Yeah, it's almost like as you
Like
go
just
to
a
make this
mouse.
sound, like your head, the head of the mouse almost grows a little bit larger, and like the jaw unhinges a little bit in this like deep throaty sound. Like, are you just making a noise? Is it just like a, or is it like, are you trying to like say something? Are you trying, or is it just like be spooky?
And you have to role play it.
That's such a good no.
Tell Brayden how you feel.
I think I would just try to be like spooky. I think I would also like kind of like what you're doing, but then also kind of like throatily trying to say his name because we did hear it, and then that makes it more personal. Yeah.
So I have a shit imagination. Can you?
Give us the Nosferatu voice.
Creepy.
So this kid is like sort of like tentatively like creeping up towards the mouth of this mine, and then all of a sudden from the depths is just this.
Oh yeah.
As you watch in like this sort of like half moonlight from outside, the light bouncing off of got me in the throat, bouncing off of the cliff face. He immediately stops dead, pisses his pants, and turns and runs away from the cave. The other 6 kids, also hearing this sound echo out of the mouth of the cave, turn and run. As we cut to the other 3 of you, now literally between the frying pan and the fire, as you have 7 kids running towards you from the mine and 3 torches just sort of to like appear around a bend, maybe 150 feet or so away.
I think realistically, back up if there's any bushes or shrubs or anything. Just kind of crouch by them.
Try and hide in a bush. Let the kids take the
Yeah.
fall.
Okay.
Yeah, hoping that the
They're screaming.
carnifex see them and
Give me a group stealth, the 3 of you.
I'm going to activate my cloak.
Okay. You say DC 13.
I am going to use my journal reroll.
I crit.
Did you write a journal this week?
That was the first one. I wrote it.
That's
that
right, you
night.
did. You wrote it in the main chat. That's right.
I crit. I got double 12s.
All right. Clear stress, mark a hope.
21 with
I will
hope.
keep this with hope.
Okay.
I'll keep it 6 with hope.
So a 20, but still with hope. No 21, because you got a +1 from Malstra.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Pretty good.
pretty good. So yeah, easy enough for as the 3 of you sort of like, you hear the scrambling feet, you hear this like echoey, groany sound. Like the name doesn't make it to you as it echoes off the rocks around here, but it is just like as you hear that, and then the torches are coming, and you just sort of like slide underneath sort of like a juniper bush that is nearby, as the kids are just like full tilt. Like you hear 6 steps of just running up the gravel road, and then one behind, over me, as he's running up behind them. And very quickly, like they run full force into who's ever carrying those torches. You hear shouts. The kids just like scatter and run past them as the torches sort of move off in the distance back toward the town. And
Beautiful.
sound just sort of dissipates, the echoes slowly disappear, and you are once again in darkened silence. And it is dark out, like half moonlight, very hard to see.
Okay.
Ain't no dark vision in Daggerheart, baby.
Damn it! I can't do my classic. I have dark vision.
Has a halo around.
Oh, great. Minus to all your stealth rolls.
Yeah, they actually just see it.
You see a glowing arm in a bush.
What is that?
Head to the mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy enough to clearly make your way into the Deep Gate mine at this point in time. Are you still in mouse form?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. So the three of you sort of get to the entrance of the cave, and while it's dark outside, it is not see the hand in front of your face dark inside the mine. Like 10 feet inside the mine, there is zero light. As you all are staring into this like black darkness, the smell of dust and old earth and metal sort of like wafting out of the mines. The occasional sort of like, I don't know if any of you have ever like stood at the mouth of a cave, but there's always just sort of like a weird wind that comes out of the mouth of a cave. And that is, you're just sort of all being washed with this wind, with the smell of old earth and metal and hundreds of years of sweat as you're staring into this impenetrable darkness. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Perfect timing!
All right, so you all stand at the entrance to the Deep Gate Mine, and again, it is that sort of pitch, impenetrable darkness. The three of you and a mouse.
If I can, I'd like to lean down and put my hand down near Ayla and offer her my hand for her tiny little mouse.
I need
form
to hold. I'm
to-
just
to
holding on
crawl
to you.
in. I meant for you to crawl in, but that also
Yeah.
works if you want to hold my hand.
No, I'll crawl in and also no,
Over on
because
my
you guys are
shoulder.
gonna be like, can you go ahead and go through this tiny little place? I don't want to spend another stress.
Ayla, it's okay. This is your natural environment. It's very scurry in here.
God damn it, Gil.
I'm gonna switch from my left shoulder to my
Just the little, like,
farther away from you.
the little mouse, like.
So yeah, what are you all doing? Are we making some light? Are we? What's
I wish
the
to
what's
go
the sitch?
further
What's the
in.
haps as you guys are standing at the mouth of this mine?
I was just about to be like, ask if we were inside, but then you said we were at the mouth, so never mind. I'm gonna wait till we're inside to.
I mean, you can go in about 10 feet before it is impenetrable darkness.
What did they say about Or I guess it's just listening, so I could illuminate the room. Because with prestidigitation, I could illuminate a room, so I could try and light it
Yeah,
up.
you could light up the top of your staff or something else like that.
Try and
It's,
like that. Okay.
prestidigitation is the Daggerheart catch-all
Right.
cantrip.
Right? I was like, alright, well then I'll do that to light up my staff so we can see farther ahead.
What color does your staff light up?
I think it's like a green, just rest of her magic has kind of been just like a green kind of swirling color.
All right, so you're all sort of standing there in the pitch black, and then soundlessly, there's just you're washed in this green light as you see the passageway goes about like another 20 or so feet, and then it opens up, and you see sort of the light spilling on the ground, but it can't cast into whatever opening is there until you are in it. But any other preparation, thoughts, conversation as you are all in this space?
And a lighted torch.
Okay, yeah.
As well, just so we're
Now the sort of
at
like
least at two.
yeah, swirling,
I'll-
sort of
I'll
like
go walk in a little
orangey
bit.
light mixing in with the green light, so sort of like, and as you light the torch and like you look up, you see like the top of the mine shaft itself is like sooty black from endless generations of miners because it would be all firelight down here. Most of the miners would literally have like candles on caps, and that's how they would work their way through the mines.
Okay.
Right.
Onward then.
Is there any signage?
There are no signs in this sort of like opening passageway.
We're looking for what? Shaft 18.
Shaft 17.
18 was the spooky one. 17 was the one that was next to it where he found the weird rock.
Oh, okay. So I'm mixing up the two. Nice.
All right. I'm going to start walking into that larger room.
Yeah, easy enough. You move forward into this large sort of space that seems to be a bit of a staging area for different passageways. And this is where you start to see signage as well, where, it's like, it is literally sort of like a left to right number system where shaft 1 is the first one that is on your left going down. And it seems to be sort of like 1 to 20 are lower passageways, and then 21 to 40 are higher passageways as they go up into the mountain or down into the mountain. and easy enough to pick out shaft number 18 because it is boarded up.
Can I put my ear to it?
Sure, give me a instinct roll.
10 with hope.
10 with hope. Mark the hope.
I'm full.
It's oh shucks. Hard to hear anything. I will say as you come up to sort of the wooden boards that are covering the entrance. The entrance itself is probably like 6 foot by 6 foot. Fully like boards that are nailed to all of the supports that are holding up the shaft itself. And as you get close, you realize it is more than one layer of board.
Oh, dang.
They have boarded this 2 or 3 pieces of wood deep. They definitely don't want whatever is in there coming out or anyone going in.
Are there gaps in the boards where like I could fit through?
I would say you could probably find a way as a mouse to get through to the other side.
Mice are very impressive at that.
Yes.
I had one scurry through my school the other day, and then it was like there was a door frame that's just like this, and it went like,
yeah.
And I was like, wow.
Like, as long as they can fit.
Yeah.
But then if you go in there, then you're alone, and there's 3 layers of between us and wherever you is.
Can you see in the dark as a mouse?
No. But I can make a campfire at will.
That's a wild mouse ability.
Just rubbing 2 sticks together.
It would be this small.
You do get advantage on locate, so that could be considered like a see in the dark sort of thing, because you have advantage on any perception or any instinct rolls. So
I'm just picturing you with a match in your little mouse hand as your torch, as you're like.
This red walls, you've got armor on.
Yeah, where does my weapon go?
Your stuff
Where does
go?
my short staff go?
Magic.
It all just sort of
It's this
absorbs
small.
into your form,
This and my little
or goes
round
into
shield.
a demiplane. Who knows?
But your necklace stays the same.
Yeah, it's dragging.
Tripping over your gangster chain. It's a clock.
I'm gonna look around for
Flavor
pickaxes.
Yeah, easy enough to find. There are shovels, pickaxes, things like that all over the place. There's like racks of tools and everything else.
Pickaxe or pry bar.
Both easy enough to come by.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'll start pulling nails.
No time like the present.
Okay. You go and you put the pry bar into the wood, and like if you've ever used a pry bar on like a pallet or anything else like that, it is like cracking sound and the squeak of the nails leaving the wood and things like that sort of like echoes off of this chamber and then back down out of the mine as the loud and hard work of prying all of these pieces of wood commences. I'll say for if all of you are going to take part in trying to clear the entrance to this shaft, it'll probably take you about 15 minutes or so to pry all the wood off.
Can you make sound with your magic?
Sound? No. I could
What?
just smell.
Prestidigitation doesn't do sound?
I guess not.
Thaumaturgy.
Right.
It says no, but I mean subtle magical effects at will, so maybe I could say a little sound.
They would be subtle sounds.
It'd be
It
like a-
probably wouldn't cover the sound of this
Yeah.
heavy work.
Would like a
rip.
gust of wind carry the sound back into the mine? Like a wall.
I would say it would. It might help, but it probably wouldn't mask the sound. But it's possible that those guards are still chasing kids. You don't know.
I think regardless, Cal's going to use like an extra shirt or something and just have it over. It's not going to do a ton.
I mean, you guys have all your gear with you because you came straight here. So
We're at a girl's house. Try to keep it quiet.
terrible.
I'm telling you, never done.
I have never done that.
So muffler. Exposed on live.
I mean, you did it to yourself.
Anyway, so that's what Cal's doing.
And he just knows these things.
So 15 minutes of like hard exertion, heavy work, lots of sounds, and eventually you are able to. Do you want to like get the whole entrance open, or is it just enough so that you guys can crawl through? Like, what's the
To
situation?
the bottom.
Yeah, I think like maybe not crawl through, but like duck under.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Easy.
Because
enough.
we're still feeling the constraints of time.
Yeah.
So as long as we can keep moving forward.
Yeah, so you sort of pry off the bottom like 6 or so boards so that are you still in mouse form? Just so I know.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think I would have crawled through to see if there was anything I could use on the other side to try and come, like from this way.
There's nothing on the other side of the shaft. Like you could get in there and you could kick at boards to try to like loosen nails or anything else like that once you're through if you wanted to.
Cal says no.
I wouldn't make noise on the other side. Yeah.
Kicking wood's going to be a lot better than squeaking nails.
I will say, as you sort of like squeeze through to have a look at the far side of the cavern or of the mine shaft, it is noticeably colder on the other side.
Okay.
And the other thing that you notice is as the boards start to come off and a little bit of light starts to spill through, the walls are like covered in veins of ore. Like it is just gold and silver and like rusted iron and everything else like that, all sort of like bleeding out and then like almost stopping at the boards.
Okay.
Can I see if there's anything going on with these boards other than the fact that they're just boards?
Yeah. So you pull one of the boards off, say like the 3rd level deep, and there is flecks of metal in the wood.
Could
Sick. Hopefully that gets into my stone on my arm.
Could I help with that? I was also because I touched the ore earlier and I have my magic trinket hands. Could I, flip over the wood and check on it, see if it's anything? I
Sure.
guess?
Give me a knowledge roll.
Okay.
Spend your hope
Camera's
and add that to
frozen.
it.
So now,
My camera's frozen.
oh man,
If you switch off main and go back, does it unplug? No, it's still frozen. That's been a while. Cool. DM.
so cool. You're 2 places at the same time. You're just sitting there.
Oh yeah, it fully disconnected. That's probably the USB.
Oh, it's back.
Oh, there we go.
Weird. I didn't even do anything. I just hit cancel.
No, it's still frozen though. Oh no.
That's fine.
Just has delay. Cool.
Yeah, it was a
Technology.
big delay.
Yeah, so roll a knowledge roll and mark your hope to add your experience to
I
it.
know.
Yes.
I've been watching, but it was more than it
Oh,
has.
okay.
That's why I was like, no, because it's usually like
16 with fear.
16 with fear.
I hate how casually you can do that now. click, click, click.
I don't like this
finger.
system anymore.
What particularly is Aldra looking for?
I think she was trying to see if like this metal has anything to do with the same ore that she like put her hand in earlier. Because I was gonna see if I could find a vein anyways later to like see if there's something to follow. But these rocks have something to say, so wanted to follow those, just see if those have anything, leading back to that ore in
Amazing.
the same vein as she already exactly found.
So as you pull off one of these boards and you see Gil sort of looking at it and like remarking that it's weird that there's metal in the wood. You pull one off. You sort of like touch your fingertip to it, and first thing is you are just like racked with this like cold chill that fills your entire body, and it's almost as if your consciousness seeps into the veins along the wall, the veins of ore, and your like vision like streaks down into the darkness, deeper and deeper and deeper into this mountain. Who is somebody in Aldra's life that has passed that she misses dearly?
Mrs.? I'm not sure. I was gonna say that maybe the kid she accidentally killed when she was younger probably has some significance
Yeah.
to her. Maybe not Mrs., but with today's actions, also feeling a lot of guilt and, shame about, and what's, and the masked guy following her around just, put a bad taste in her mouth for remembering that, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So
I also was going to ask, I just realized this, with experiences, it's +2. Is that on top of my +2 for knowledge? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
So then it's actually 18
Great.
with fear still, but,
So you are swept along. Oh, what happened to my music? Everything breaks. Hang on a
Only
second
some
here.
things can work at all times.
Choose between DM, camera, or music.
Okay, it's working on my computer.
It's working on the stream for sure.
Oh yeah, it's just super quiet. It's just really quiet music. That's all right. So your sort of consciousness and your vision sweeps down this mine shaft, like for a while, like a minute or two, just sweeping and like forking off at different branches and going into caverns and like going up and down and moving around, following these veins of rock. And you're not really seeing anything else because it's just so dark down there. And then eventually it like stops at this one place, and you feel this is the convergence of all of these veins of ore. And you see this like strange blue light just glowing in the middle of this dark place. And then stepping out of that blue light is this child. How did Aldra kill them?
I'm trying to remember. I feel like she probably. I feel like I did write down. I think it was like physical, like mostly like physical fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So through physical
Yeah.
violence.
Bruised,
Yeah.
shattered cheekbone, blood covering their face, broken nose, just looking at you
Through my vision.
through your vision. And then sort of this figure behind them of a crying woman, matronly, maybe looks to be in her 50s or 60s or so, hair tied up into a tight bun, wearing a leather apron that you would see on like a smith or a carpenter or something else like that, weathered hands at her side, just clenched in fists, tears running runnels down her face, just dirt streaked face, beautiful but sad. She just sort of looks at you over the head of this child, and then this like wave of force pushes out from her where she's standing in this blue light. And as you are all like prying away the wood and everything else like that. From the ground that is now exposed to this cave, you see veins of metal and ore just spiderweb out across the floor, and where it intersects with your boots or any of your gear that is lying on the ground, it like grows up onto them, and like you would have metal literally like clamping your boots to the ground or holding your bags to the ground. In this completely silent, it makes no noise, it's just all of a sudden it's just and in that moment you're back holding a plank of wood.
Yeah, she's gonna look at her friends pulling the wood off and be like, we should get down there. We should hurry up.
I'd try, but apparently I'm wearing steel toes now.
Stuck to the.
And as you pull your foot, it sort of crumbles away a little bit, and you're able to pull your foot out of it.
Yeah, rushing in was the plan. Why?
I kind of just got a quick vision. I don't really know how to explain it. I just have a feeling we should get down there, and I don't really know how to describe what I saw, so I'd like to just see it for myself. And then, yeah, just kind of looking at like all the metal veinage.
Veinage.
And like, yeah, just really intensely starts, trying to help pull away the wood and stuff.
Yeah, we'll say at this point in time, it's easy enough for like you guys
Yeah.
to duck under and get into this space. And as you get in, the light from your staff and the light from your torch sort of ignites, and just like all the walls are glittering with different veins of ore through the rock. And there's some of those like strange sort of like geode formations where the lines of ore have collided, and now there are these like clumps of ore that are not metal, not gold, not iron, but a combination of all three.
Sorry. Do I have an idea that we should be touching this metal, or?
Also mark a stress, by the way. I forgot to mention that. But
No, thank you.
You forgot, so no.
you get the impression on an 18 that this is not the kind of place you want to spend a lot of time in, especially seeing as how it grew over your friend's feet and your gear and stuff like that.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it is. It's fine to walk on,
Yeah,
but who knows for how long.
not prolonged. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna pass along. It seems, I don't know, we should hurry along and then hurry and get out. I don't feel like we should stick around if it's growing.
I'm gonna walk to the front then. As I pass Aldra, I'm gonna put my hand on her shoulder and be like, now's not the time. One of these days, you're gonna have to trust that we are working together. And we're with you. And then I'm gonna keep going forward.
Sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, you guys head deeper into the mine itself. And it is a cold, dark, weird walk as you descend underground into this mountain, essentially, that has been here for who knows for how long. It is... as Ayla discovered earlier when she snuck through in her mouse form, it is significantly colder on this side of the blocked passageway, to the point that maybe 30-40 yards down the path, you can all now see your breath, and your torch is sputtering.
Perfect.
It's awfully brisk down here.
Can I hold my torch upside down? So hopefully it catches more to burn up.
Yeah, more sooty, more smoky as you do that, but definitely like
Keep my fingers warm.
definitely keeps it alight, but it's casting less light. But thankfully, you have Alter's green light as well that doesn't seem to be affected by whatever is happening down here.
I'm gonna ready my axe just to be sure.
Is it cold enough that we can like see our breath?
Oh yeah.
That's cold.
Listening skills, 10 out of 10.
Oh, I have a disability. That makes
Fucking ableist. But yeah, it is that cold, like cold enough to truly feel, like see your breath and feel the darkness of this all, and that like it is preternaturally cold. Like it just doesn't seem right. Caves are cold anyways. This is like you would expect that if there were water here, it would be frozen. But you are all here in the darkness, and the deeper you go in, you start to hear echoing voices coming up from the deep, footsteps coming up from the deep, occasionally like clanks of like a pick against stone or different things like that. Gil, who is someone in your life that has passed that you miss?
I mean, there's lots of people. I miss my boy Buster.
How did Buster die?
Buster had his head pushed into a fireplace until he was burned alive.
As you are walking down this cave, you start to hear the crackle of a fireplace just in the distance. And then just like a whispered voice over your shoulder. Gil?
What?
Why did they kill me, Gil? I was just trying to do my job. It's just a blockbuster.
Buster? Buster?
It hurt, Gil. It hurt when they burnt my face. And that you sort of like turn around, and there is this spectral visage of a young boy, the skin melting off of his face, just ash and char. You can see bits of his skull, all of his hair is burnt off, his teeth are blackened as he just into your face. Go ahead and mark a stress.
I pee my pants.
It's awfully warm.
Anybody else see that?
Did we see him like move or anything? Or
You would have
say-
seen him move around and say
say-
Buster's name. Yeah.
Then I'll for sure be like, wait, Buster. What are you talking about Buster for?
I just saw Buster.
There's no way you saw the ghost.
Another like wave comes out through the cave, and the veins of the ore reach towards the entrance a little bit more, and again sort of like try to grasp at you as you're walking down deeper into this cave.
I don't like this. I'm not having any fun right now.
You see somebody then?
His face was a melting, and he was screaming.
So the ghosts are from our past.
What is our plan here?
Find a,
As good as the rest of our plans, just figuring it out as we go.
just go find the thermostat.
We're getting down to find a source of what's going on in here.
And do what with it?
If we try to stop it or ride it or end it.
Here's my theory. Godwake could imply the presence of a god waking up. Maybe we just need to go finish waking them up. Maybe they boarded it off because they didn't want a god to come back into the world.
Forgive me, what kind of god environment is this? Making you see people that are dead?
Well, I'm not an expert on religion, Cal, but I'm assuming that there are gods of death.
I mean, either, brother. I'm fairly new to this. I do know they aren't all good. Regardless, we did come in here with a plan to at least try to get something for the Flame Keeper if that's who the one buying the ore.
And the miners said the mine wasn't producing as much anymore or something, and it seems like the production is coming from here. These veins just keep shooting out.
Look, if we're doing this and we're facing things from our past, we gotta be able to stand together and anchor ourselves. Keep in mind what you're here for and what you're fighting for. Big picture, what are you doing this for? Is this for your grandma? Then think of her. But we gotta move as one and we gotta steal face.
I pissed myself.
It's alright, Gil. I've been there. Not now, but
Once upon a time.
It kind of stinks.
at least it keeps you warm, eh?
I mean, it's already cooling off. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit worried that
Cats are now like crispy.
Yeah. I got crispy pants. They're all crusty.
At least when it's frozen, it doesn't stink.
I can't smell it anymore. You're right.
Let's keep going
Let's just
then.
keep pushing
I
forward.
guess.
We gotta.
Okay. You guys keep pushing deeper and deeper into this mine, and it's darker and colder, and eventually your torch fully goes out. So you are now just all sort of bathed in the green light of Aldra's staff as you move deeper into this darkness. And it is unlike any place that you have been before, because as you go deeper and deeper down, the walls become pure metal, just fully gold, silver, iron bleeding together, strange sort of like almost like bismuth crystals, like those sort of like geometric shapes just jutting out of the walls, sometimes in points where you guys have to literally like squeeze through to get to the other side, or get on your bellies and crawl deeper and deeper into this mine.
I hate caving.
I went caving for my bachelor party, and it was the best worst day of my life.
We turn around, there's a sign, it's called Satan's Asshole.
We had to go into this one place. Sorry, tangent, but we had to go into this one place with myself and one other friend. She's like, anybody who wants to go down there, like, this is the hardest part of the cave. And everyone's like, hey, if you go, it's your bachelor party, whatever. And I literally had to like exhale at one point in time to squeeze myself through. And we got all the way through, and I was like, oh, thank God that's over. And then you realize you're at a dead end, and you have to turn around and go back through what you just went through. And I'm just like, this sucks, and I hate it.
It is easily the one thing I will never do. Like, I'll try skydiving, I'll try all sorts of... Caving is like...
You cannot convince me to go into Satan's ass crack or nutsack or whatever their names are. I don't.
Yeah.
The end of a cave can't be that nice.
It's not. No. It's one of those things where I'm glad I've done it once.
And you're like,
I'll
that's
happily never do it again.
What's at the end of this cave? Cave.
More cave. Yeah, just more cave.
Well, I'm hoping at the end of our cave that there's something
More than dead.
than just more cave.
Nope, sorry guys, I just put cave there.
Everyone's sneaking in to get cave.
But yeah, you keep pushing down. I'm curious, as you are all going through this space of this weirdness of like every now and again, like you'll go 10, 20 meters where it almost seems like a regular mine shaft in the sense that like you still see the old wooden beamwork and everything else like that. And then the next minute you're like pushing through these like crystalline metals. What are the things that each of your characters notice down here, and how are you all reacting being in this space?
Everybody keeps looking at me. I'll keep going first.
Go first.
Cal's not going to be looking around a bunch. Being in the front of his disposition, he's going to be the driver, and I'm not getting distracted. I'm not slowing down. I need to be strong. He will be muttering like kind of like a prayer-ish, but more like just kind of like,
what is that prayer like? What thoughts or mantra or whatever is Cal saying in his head?
very more like silent watcher. Keep watch over us. Give me the strength for this stone to stand for the rest. I don't know if I can, but with you I might. Something like that.
As you whisper this prayer, you hear a response. This is a memory. She shouldn't be here. That's it.
Okay. Who's behind me? What is our order?
You tell me.
The torch went out, right? So
Yeah.
now I'm the only
Just
one that
you're the
has
only light.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think probably I'm trying to keep more to the middle so I can like provide more light to the group. Yeah, I'm just like holding my staff forward to provide more light. It's probably second, third-ish. Right behind Cal, probably to get more light.
Okay.
Okay, so Cal, then Aldra. Who's bringing up the rear?
Well, I guess it'd just be you. You're still on the mouse.
Yeah, I guess
No,
so.
I'm not.
Oh,
You're
you
not?
unmoused? Okay.
Yeah, y'all just talked. When we started heading down, I dropped out.
Oh, got it.
I would say I am at the rear though, because I keep like looking back
Yeah.
over to my
That's a
shoulder
good spot there.
and being like, "What? Like, is he still there? Is there anything else behind us?"
You
Like,
you just hear footsteps behind you the entire time. But
Yeah.
every time you look back, there's nobody there.
Okay, I'm just gonna turn around then, I guess, to the three of you, if you can hear me. Believe it or not, I don't even know how to say this. I spoke to Aishuel. He said this is a memory, and she's not supposed to be here. Who she is, I don't know, but that's what I got.
And whose memory?
Could be all of ours, but it sounds like there's a she that's either driving it. It's likely the cause of it.
is he able to like talk to her and say, "Hey, you're not supposed to be here"?
It's more of an observant type.
Why are gods never like get involved types? Like problem solving types. They always seem to be like.
I feel like there'd be no reason for us then if they were going to do everything.
supposed to be a little boring for them, right?
And for us. So yeah, I'm not going to be looking for much besides like a potential source.
Okay. What about everybody else?
I think she's also just trying to keep her step steady. And Cal, kind of like when your dad's like, hold the flashlight steady.
Don't bring up my PTSD.
Hold it straight.
I am holding it straight, Dad.
Just give it to me already.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just like,
Get out of here.
I see we all have the same dad.
Our dad. Yeah, just holding it forward, trying to keep it lit.
Keep it lit.
Yeah, just probably right behind Cal. Yeah, just making sure her friends are still behind her, but like make sure everyone can see the light provider.
Is there anything in particular that Aldra is noticing or looking for?
I think she's probably just keeping her head on a swivel a little bit, and like kind of looking at like where the veins are of like the metal and stuff, and just trying to make sure she's like, all right, Cal's here, and they're still here, and Cal's still here, and they're still here. Everyone's still here. Just like
constant.
Everyone is constantly still here. Yeah. Just making sure, trying to keep on herding cats.
Ayla, how are you feeling down here?
She's feeling very like empty, I guess. Like, I feel like she'd be kind of looking for those like connections to nature, but it just feels empty down here. So like with every step or like every like few feet that we go, like she's just trying to feel that like just like the general connection with the earth, and she's not really feeling it. So she's feeling very like on edge. Obviously it's just creepy as hell as well, but just more so because she's never felt that disconnect before.
Yeah, you feel the earth here. Like you're surrounded by mineral and stone and everything else like that, but it's almost like there's like an oily sheen of something else over top of it all.
Yeah. It's just freaking her out a little.
How's Gil doing aside from having slightly drying pants?
And just like kind of neurotically like looking behind him. I will say his like money senses are definitely twitching. Just seeing like this wall of gold.
Yeah.
Like
Sure, cows. They're coming out of the woodwork.
like he's straight up just running calculations right now in his head, being like, how long would it take me to take enough of this to set me up for a good long while, you know? But then at the same time, I would say that he is having whatever the opposite of a crisis of faith is, because now he has seen a ghost, and Cal's god stuff seems to be like happening and working, and he's just starting to feel very small.
Eventually the passageway opens up into a chamber, and you hear sort of like off in the distance, just sort of outside the light that you're casting, this sort of like but like hitting into a pool of waters in the distance, in the darkness.
Nice.
In the darkness, you immediately see a passageway that goes off to your right, but like you all get the impression as you step into this space that it is a fairly large space. So it's possible that there are other entrances and exits into this space outside of the light of Aldra's staff.
Yeah, I don't know if I blanked. Did we see anything in here, or is it just an open room?
You see ore and everything else like that. It's an open room, but it's larger than the light that is being cast. The light sort of goes maybe 30 feet out from where you are and then disappears into the darkness. And this is the first time where you have not been surrounded by like mine shaft, 6 foot by 6 foot. Like you've been hunching down this entire time, walking down this cave. But this is the first time you've opened up into a space. And again, if you've been underground in a cavern and you move into an open space, you feel the space open around you because all of a sudden you're not hearing your breath echo around you. It is larger. It takes longer for that sound to travel back to you.
Is there like a pebble or a rock or something on the ground?
Everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab one and just chuck it ahead in the distance. Not like down, more like up. I want to see if it's going to hit a wall.
Yeah, you throw it. It's like a second or two, and then you just hear. And then from around the room.
Yeah, that's pretty big in here.
Well, this was not the space you saw earlier. That was deeper.
I'm going to start walking around the room and see if I can find any area where it's even colder.
You walk out of her torchlight or her staff light, or do you light your own light?
I'll light my own light. I got a torch.
You get maybe 5 feet of light. Your torch is guttering, struggling to light down here. But as you move around the space, it does start to get a bit colder as you walk into one direction. And then eventually, like almost without you noticing it, you're looking around and you hear as your foot hits water. And you like instinctively look down as you step into this water. And you are immediately looking into the face of this beautiful matronly woman. No tears on her face. She is at this impressive forge, just hammering, wearing sort of like a sleeveless leather jerkin, leather apron. There's no sound. It is just sight. And she is hammering and she is forging. And there are people all around her who are making things. There are fletchers and there are carpenters and there are other smiths and there are just craftspeople. And you realize as you look about now, you're no longer looking down into this rippling water. You're looking around and you are in this huge, massive, like almost like great hall of a castle. And as you look around, the sound crashes in on you and you are hearing people shouting and the clangs of hammers, and you're smelling the thick, sooty smoke of forged fire and like the steam of quenching barrels. And there's like the wood shavings as people are trimming down shafts for arrows and making bows, and just hundreds of people just making things around you. And this sort of like small halfling man sort of like walks next to you and hits you on the leg. It's like, get back to work. We don't have time for this. Like you got to go, whoever you are and whatever you got to do. We got to get to work. They're coming. We have to do this. And I need you to make a knowledge reaction roll for me.
Gil's not exactly smart, but
Didn't have to tell us.
whatever. 13.
13. So you realize in this moment that this isn't your memory. This is the memory of the woman whose face you saw. And as you turn to look at her, you realize everybody else in here, there are Dracona and Fungrels and humans and half-giants and Qatari and all sorts of different people. There are Simia, everything else like that. This woman stands maybe 30 feet tall. Her hammer is the size of Cal. And you just hear someone shouts towards her, and you just hear her name, Ayunara, and you're back out of it, and you're in the cave.
Is my torch still?
It's out.
Can I see them?
You see Aldra's green light 40, 50 feet in the distance.
Okay, I am just gonna run over there. And just like wave over. I'm just gonna say, I think I found something I saw. Oh my gosh, man.
What is it?
I saw a vision
Of
this massive woman forging in a great hole, and it was Ayunara, and I saw it in the reflection of, there's a pool just over there.
the goddess of crafting.
My sister, you hear in your head.
Oh God.
What?
Is she not? Why isn't she supposed to be here? I'll say it out loud. I don't know how to.
Say it out loud, but you don't get a response.
It seemed like she was preparing for something. Like everyone was really stressed and they had to finish making something.
Look, I don't know what they were making. That's Aishuel's sister.
Gods have siblings.
Apparently. It was just me at the tavern when I was talking to Tanara about this, right? Oh no, or were they there? Or was that when?
I think it was just you.
It was just you when you and her were at the house. Yeah.
Look, I was chatting with Tanara about the gods and stuff. And they talked about how this place used to worship Ayunara.
Mm-hmm.
So that's who Aishuel was saying. She's not supposed to be here. And now I'm finding out that that's his sister.
Was he like, she's not supposed to be here?
He
in
didn't
like
seem happy about it.
Like he's
Confused more than angry.
He seemed perturbed.
like she's not supposed to be in this mine.
Look,
Like
chatting with
she's
gods is new
trapped
to me.
here.
If I knew more, I'd be telling you. I'm getting bits and pieces. But we're dealing with a goddess. And it so happens to be the sister of the god that I follow.
The first time I was touching the rock, it was I'm trying to remember. It was telling me it was trying to awaken the gods. Is that what it was when I touched the stone last time?
Not so much
Not awaken them.
awaken the gods, but awaking memory.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think I told the group that one, well, kind of when it happened, that it was something was awakening with the stone. That's how they all led together. Okay.
Let me try something. I'm assuming there's ore all over the floor now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna kneel down and just close my eyes and I'll whisper, I guess. I'm just gonna say, Aishwell's here and he's watching. He sees you.
Roll your hope and fear dice for me and tell me which one is higher.
Just so I'm not cheating. That one's cocked.
Definitely caught.
Okay. Which sucks because that would have been a crit. So I don't know how that would have.
Oh, crits are always good.
Oh, fuck. Fear is higher now.
Damn.
You touch the ore and you say Ashuel is here, and your hand is immediately enveloped in iron ore and pulled into the stone. Do you use your ironwood arm?
Yeah.
Pulled into the stone, and you are stuck. Who is someone that has passed that Cal misses? And how did they die?
Don't know, but it's his mom. Don't know how she died.
Okay.
Or did he die?
You, in this moment, see your mother, Gemma. But it's not her. It's overlaid with this other woman's face. And you watch as this body bleeds between the body of your mother and then this other woman with strong arms, leather apron, hair in a bun, but then it's your mom, but then it's not. And your hand is trapped in the rock, and the three of you literally watch his arm just like go up to the elbow into the stone.
Dave loves burying my characters.
And you hear in your head at that point in time, Ashuel's voice. This is wrong. Neither of them are supposed to be here.
How do we stop it?
Find a source. Stop this. It is an echo. It is a dream. She is in danger. Stop this. She shouldn't be here. You have to stop this. She can't be here. It will see her.
What will see her? Did he sound panicked?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm immediately rushing over and trying to yank his arm out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll imagine I come to and I'm also trying.
Yeah.
What is that?
You're losing your arm.
Go ahead and mark 2 hit points as you guys pull on Cal's arm as he's in this catatonic state, and as you pull his arm out, like the top layer of the ironwood on his arm like peels back and just sort of like leaves this sort of like almost like raw, almost like molten stone gold wood, like this like dripping golden sap that is coming out of his arm as he peels out, and that pain shocks you out of that moment.
Is my arm out or is it still?
Your arm is out. Just raw up to the elbow.
Oh, it's exposed from my elbow down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fall back and God.
I'm gonna mark 2 fear for that.
Oh hell.
Cal, what happened?
Yeah.
It happened.
You were talking.
And your arm went in the frigging ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta get her out of here. We'll find her.
How?
I don't know. He said find the source. And then he said
Source
it's
of
going to
what?
see her. All of this, I don't know. Again, talking to a god is hard, and it's new. We gotta find the source.
Can I summon Jeffrey since he can go to far range, which is 100?
Mhm.
I think it's 100.
Yeah, between 30 and 100 feet.
Yeah. And go see if he can, go look around for me since I imagine he doesn't need the light. And go look farther than where we can see.
So, yes, but
I'm like, I don't know how rhinoceros feels.
well, I mean,
he can see in the dark.
technically Jeffrey's your mage hand, right? So it's like he's meant to like move and feel
Right.
things. But I love that Jeffrey is just sort of becoming your familiar. So I will say, in order for him to do anything other than like pick up and move something, if you want him to see, spend a hope.
Okay, cool. I will spend the hope to have him go take a look around.
Where does Jeffrey live?
In the Pokeball that he exists in.
Yeah, do you summon him out of nothingness, or is he like a metal scarab or metal beetle or something that like you animate, or?
I think it kind of looks like she's just like maybe scratching the back of her neck, and then he just like appears on her shoulder, but just appears out of thin air essentially.
Tattoo.
Yeah, he's on the back of my. He's tattooed under this rat's nest of hair I got.
That'd be neat. And then you like, and he just like comes out.
Comes out. My rhinoceros beetle.
Okay, so go ahead and make an instinct roll and have advantage on that as Jeffrey searches around the chamber for you.
Instinct, is it right? Mm-hmm. And then it's
plus a d6. Yep.
Oh, sweet. I crit.
Dope. Mark of Hope, clear as stress.
Nice.
It's your second crit of the night.
Sweet.
And I have yet to get one pierce.
20. 20.
20 on a crit is amazing. So I'll say, Jeffrey, like you reach up behind your rat's nest of hair and you come out with this Goliath beetle on your hand, and you guys just all just hear this and like weirdly like droning echo throughout this space, and it doesn't take long. He goes in the direction of where Gil was because he was following the cold, and then sort of like zips back, and you just get the feeling like it's like he sort of like zips back and like hovers in front of your face for a second, and then like turns off in that direction, and then like turns back towards you like a dog trying to lead yourself a direction. Yeah.
Cool. And I'm gonna turn to the group and be like, Jeffrey says this way. That's all I got right
I
now.
trust Jeffrey with my life.
Trust Jeffrey.
We have nothing else to go on, so.
Yeah. He's pretty trustworthy up to this point, so.
All right, let's go that way.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna turn to Ayla and be like,
Look, I don't know what else you want from me. I'm telling you everything. I saw my mum. It wasn't my mum. It was Ayanara. And they kept changing. And then he just started talking to me, saying that we got to get her out, got to end this. I'm surprised he even responded. A little bit. And then said we have to end the source, get to the source, and stop that. Because she's not supposed to be here. He sounded scared. Well, if it's something that's scaring God, I don't know how the hell we are going to stop it. But he said it will find her. And I don't know what it is.
It is. It's just her.
Well, he said they're both not supposed to be here, which he said, Mum.
Well, I think it
Or maybe
might be
there.
it, you know.
No, I don't know.
The thing that brought all of this on.
Oh, this place. Okay, the evil weird type thing. My arm hurts. Yeah, I think I actually have a picture myself.
The
You may touch.
Emberfell?
Voice in Ember.
Yeah.
The voice in Amber. Yeah, the Emberfell 6 was what they named the Circle of Dawn.
Yeah. But
The voice in Amber is what the Flamekeeper and her cadre of wizards and druids and seraphs and everything else summoned into this world to end the War of Ashes, which was...
I was getting my Ember and my Amber mixed up.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's embers and ambers all over the place. I might have had too heavy of a hand in my theming, but...
Ember, Amber, Ashes.
I'm just gonna hold my arm and just keep going. I'm not gonna spend 2 hope for 1 hit point.
Mhm.
I feel like I know where Jeff's going, so I'm making a beeline back to that pool.
Mhm.
And I'll just be like, this is where I saw that vision.
Does anybody look into the water?
I would instinctually, just because he's pointing at it.
Okay.
Right here. Right in that spot. Right there.
Anybody else?
Yeah. I would have.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like someone.
I appreciate the reality of
It's
it.
like someone offered you a tasty snack. It was just like, anyone else want?
it's gonna make you sick, but it tastes delicious.
Yeah.
Don't smell this gross thing. Well, you said not to.
I want to smell what it smells like.
I need to see if the dog shit jelly bean still tastes like dog shit.
It does.
It still does.
I still hate it. So the two of you look into the pool of water, and again, you see that matronly face. But instead of this sort of frantic pre-battle preparation, instead you are on this like beautiful grassland plain, like literally green sea, all of this tall grass blowing in the wind like the waves of the ocean, this perfect bluebird sky day over you, and you see this woman, her leather apron folded on top of a wagon next to her that she's just sort of using as a rest, as she is painting, but not with brush and canvas, but literally creating images in the air in front of her. And as she paints this sunset in the sky literally becomes that sunset. And there are dozens of people around actually painting, actually creating art, or, some of them are drawing in charcoal, some of them are painting with oil, some of them are painting with watercolor, and there's just sort of people all around. As the two of you are sitting side by side, easels in front of you, and you look over to the other, and you're not each other. You are different people. You look upon a young Simia woman who is not just painting with a hand, but also with a foot at the same time, two paintbrushes going. As you look over at a young, dark-skinned human man who is just sort of like sketching in charcoal. I need both of you to make a knowledge reaction roll for me.
Reaction just means just
No hope or fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, just add the hope, roll your duality dice, add your knowledge.
Damn, I gotta get a bigger box.
Jesus.
So that went well.
Oh, wait. Okay, I'm gonna spend my 2 tokens on my Seaborn because I rolled 2 fears. And
Not
then,
this week.
Damn it.
oh shit, I did use my journal. I'm not.
You used your journal already. You can use your tokens. She was asking her if she
No, I
rolled her
didn't end up
journal.
using my journal because
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You didn't use your
I'm
journal.
gonna keep my
right?
tokens right now. I'm just gonna reroll.
Okay.
Can I give my journal?
Do the journals do the journals carry?
They will-
The journals do not carry.
Oh, I have to use it tonight?
You have to use it tonight.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They do
You're
not
busy
carry
with
over.
school.
but I could still not.
I-
How else am I going to entice you guys to write a journal every week?
I was busy with school days.
It's not to be a long journal.
I got
Dang.
Come on.
We're still so she's like, you never do your journal for here. Well, if I got a little treat, I would.
If I could re-say one of the things that I just said that you're now judging me about.
You know what? If you give me a chocolate bar, then it'd be fine.
If I get one undo.
One trauma.
Okay, I'm gonna use my 2 tokens.
You re-rolled Andrew using your
Yeah,
tokens?
'cause
Okay.
It's better, but it's still not high enough. And then I'm gonna use both fear dice. Or both prayer dice, sorry. And that puts me at 14.
Oh, wow. Okay. And what did you get?
5.
5. Okay. So you're going to go ahead and mark a stress.
With? Oh, wait, it's not with anything.
No hope or
Yeah.
fear on this one.
It was hope just if it was.
As what you figure out in this moment is this is a memory. This is one of her memories, Ayunara's memories of the past. And you remember Tanara talking about how Ayunara was the shaper, the goddess of craftspeople. And crafts aren't just smiths and carpenters and whatever. It is creation itself. And you got to experience a moment in the past before they were sent away of her life.
Is it passing, or does it feel like I'm in it? it right now?
It felt like you were in it,
Okay.
but then as you're coming out of it, you have that realization of what it
Okay.
was.
I didn't know if I was still. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a fleeting moment. To the two of you, it literally just looks like they like sort of look down in the pool, and then Ayla winces, and then looks up, and Cal looks up, and it's over.
You see the same thing. Her painting the sunset.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're reliving our memories in here. It's hers, not ours.
If it's hers, then how does she know people from my past?
I mean, she's still a god. Maybe that she's trying to connect us to hers through ours. I don't know.
Maybe it's how she communicates.
Regardless, we gotta get her out of here. Helping a god. Day 3. Let's keep going.
I'm gonna be holding my arm the whole time and like keep looking at it because it's fucking weird.
Yeah, it's just sort of like almost like thick with sap, like a tree was damaged.
Can I take a closer look at this pool?
Sure.
I want to see if it goes somewhere.
Give me a roll. How does Gil look to see if it goes somewhere? Is it just looking, or is he throwing a stone in to follow where the rock goes? What does this look like?
I think he's going to toss in his returning blade and see if there's any sort of like movement or current. And then before it goes out of range, he'll call it back if it were to like travel 30 feet.
Okay. Just go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
22.
With?
Fear.
I do love how easier it is for to mark that fear now. I just gotta paint these bad boys. So you throw your dagger in and you watch it like it hits the water and it sort of like goes in about maybe 10 feet and then just starts to, like the resistance of the water just has it float down and then you pull it back up. But as your dagger is in there and like the pool like echoes and ripples out, you are cast into another vision as the ripples of the water go, and you see Ayunara sitting with a young fawn woman, sort of a bit of a like almost like red stag-esque kind of like small antler coming out of her head and a little bit of sort of like dappled coloring on her cheeks, but otherwise like vaguely humanoid in her shape, but feet that end in hooves instead of feet, legs that end in hooves rather, and then all of a sudden you're in that woman's body and you hear this voice that is sort of like, it is the loudest but most comforting voice that you've ever heard, in the sense that like you feel it vibrate in your bones as you just hear her say, but my dear, creation is sacred work. What we make is our prayer. Roll a knowledge reaction roll for me.
Can I use my jack of all trades?
You got your journal entry. You didn't use it last time.
Oh, that's true. Well, no, it was a very good roll.
Oh.
I just want to see if I can use my experience to amp my numbers up a little
What
bit.
did you get?
19 with hope.
The DC is 10.
Okay, 19 with hope.
It's a reaction, so no hope or fear on this one. Yeah.
But that's still with hope, just for the record.
Just for the record. And as you're pulling back out of that and pulling your returning dagger back to you at the same time, you get the impression that was hundreds of years ago, long before the War of Ashes, long before any of the conflict that your grandparents went through. And the dagger just sort of snaps back into your hand.
I would like to make an attempt to not let the vision go.
Easy enough done. Yeah.
And then
you look back into the pool and you're right back in that body.
And I am going to make an attempt to say something.
Okay.
So as I'm kind of like flashing back and tell I'm in like this other person in this moment, I just want to look at Ionara and I want to say, what if creation is caged? If you were caged somewhere you weren't supposed to be, how would that manifest? What would someone look for if someone tried to stop creation and creativity itself?
The head sort of like, her head tilts slightly to look at you. And then you just see sort of like a yellow crack, just another, and their whole form just like just cracks all over with this deep yellowy orange color. And then her body shatters and the vision shatters. And you just hear 1,000 voices in your mind overlaying, there you are, 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 there you are. And you're back on the stone in the darkness.
Here I am.
Yeah. You are.
Oh, I was trying something. Sorry. I had another vision. You know, I was in there, and she was talking about creation, and then I tried to take control of the vision, and I asked her if creation were caged, where would it be? And then she cracked and burst apart, and then I heard just a bunch of voices saying, there you are.
You let it right to us.
Well, I mean, it's what we're looking for, right?
No, what if that's it? That's the thing that's been looking for her. And we had to get her out before it finds her.
I don't know.
Always running your mouth, Gil. And I'm going off after the bug. Jeff. Sorry,
Jeff's just like,
I forgot his
are
name.
you guys coming? Okay, you all heading deeper?
Yeah.
All after Jeffrey.
Yes.
Does anybody else react to what Gil says? No? Good. Carrying on. All right. Yeah, so you just start heading deeper and it gets colder and colder as you move into another downward mine shaft, just fully surrounded now in rusted metal, like just iron ore that is like oxidizing as it reacts with the air that is around you. And you have to be at this point in time hundreds of feet underground. And you just feel that sort of like unearthly oppression that is literally a mountain is sitting on top of all four of you. And then in the distance, a blue light seeping into the end, coming around a bit of a turn. And the cold stops from one moment to the next as you step, almost as if you're like passing through like a wall from icy cold, like goosebumps on your flesh, breath in the air, to 40 degrees Celsius. Like that. And it is hot in this space, and there is blue light coming up the cavern, maybe 30 feet in front of you. What do you do?
That's got to be it.
I'll slowly start to approach it. The blue light. Yeah. Just come up to look at it. I didn't look at the water earlier, so I'll come look at this thing. Yeah, I'm just getting closer to it.
Yeah, you sort of like creep forward down the last little bit of slope as it once again opens up into a chamber. And you see this entire chamber is like massive metallic crystals that are jutting out of every surface. And in the center of this space is this unearthly sort of blue light. And there is this something. It's like it's almost impossible to see it inside of the light, but there is an object of some kind that you can see is the source of all of this metal that is spilling out, all of this ore that is coming into the cave. And sitting cross-legged in front of it, a great sword across their lap, plate mail armor over them, this white crested helm that is closed, this huge muscular figure of some kind just sitting there, meditating, guarding this object.
We can all see it, or just I see the
Does anybody else go down with
Oh,
Aldra?
for sure. Yeah.
Then you all see it.
Okay.
I'll see the
How
person
big
sitting.
is it? Like 30 feet big or like 10 feet big?
Like
Gerda?
Yeah.
yeah, like Gerda big.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Not a god.
Okay.
Just
yeah,
a very big figure sitting at the bottom of this mine, meditating or guarding or standing vigil over whatever is causing all of this.
Do we talk to it?
Yeah, that's true. I think I'm gonna.
You're probably about 80 feet away.
Cool. And they just haven't made any moves since we've come in. Don't
Just-
seem to just hanging.
Cross-legged,
Cool.
helmed face down, sort of white plume on the helm just hanging off to one side. Anyone can make an instinct roll if you want to get a better look.
Well, seeing as I'm down there.
Give me that fear, baby.
Oh, nice. 13 with hope. Hope plus 4 plus 1. 14.
14.
Finally, full hope.
There are a number of symbols carved into the armor that this individual is wearing. But one of them you recognize as a symbol that you saw up in Barnard's Hollow over the chapel that has been repurposed. It is the symbol of a fletching that is just sort of carved over one of the halves of his breastplate. And there are other symbols, hands clasping a lump of clay, a hammer, a chisel, a paintbrush, an easel. All symbols of arts and crafts, just embossed and enameled over this deep green plate mail with a white plume and this massive greatsword.
I think this is the protector of Ionara. That fletching there is the same one as above the chapel in town.
Is it like the above the chapel or the sign that's covering like the chapel since like the what's its name is taken over?
The one that is being covered.
Got it. Okay. So, like the originals. Okay.
And look at the rest.
Yeah.
His hands crafting clay.
Yeah.
But if he's protecting, what are we supposed to destroy?
I don't know. Maybe we're not supposed to destroy anything. I don't know.
So awkward to pull up. Hey, girl, hey!
We gotta talk to him.
You're the one who's been talking to...
Great.
Go on, fearless leader.
I'll shake my ASCII arm and
Good luck.
walk up. I'll also hold on to my shield, but I'll put my axe on my back, and I'll just say, "You guys can come with me, like
You want me to
stay
send
back a
Jeff
bit."
with you?
And then I'll walk up.
How close?
So I'm like 40 feet, unless he looks up.
So half the distance.
Yeah, unless he looks up.
Yeah, you cross sort of half the distance to this figure, and the head sort of just stays down, and then it moves up, and then the after image of it moves up afterwards as the dark sort of like visor of this great helm locks eyes with you.
Greetings, Protector.
Champion. And that's what will end tonight's session.
I knew it was
Nice.
coming.
So, we will pick up again next week. Thank you so much for watching and joining us. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We're working on getting things figured out, but it's great to play a game with you all. I enjoy it so much. Avoid looking in pools of water unless you want to see visions of gods, I guess. And we'll catch you all next week. Any of this. We said things.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Good catch.
But yeah, I'm glad you guys went this way. I had all sorts of stuff planned. If you were gonna like head down to the Everburn, if you were gonna go straight for Revesin, I'm like, I don't know what you were gonna do. I've been stressing about it for 2 weeks, but here we are. I got to use the stuff that I already prepped.
Yay!
That's like best case.
It was totally best case, but yeah, no, I had other things planned because I didn't know which way that you guys were gonna go. But
So fired.
I devoured so much content over the last couple of weeks. I watched like 6 hours of videos of spending fear outside of combat and everything else like that. And then I talked to you guys about, I think that's the way that I'm going to do it going forward is if you ever success with fear, you guys decide what to do with that fear. Cause I think that just makes more narrative sense than me being like, oh, a bad thing happens. Cause it just seems so cheap almost, but
That was a nice
All the
touch.
bad.
It's not dissimilar to like what we do as students sometimes, where we'll be like, "Oh, grade yourself," and it's really surprising because like kids they never give themselves like 100. They're always like, I want to give myself like an 80, and you're like, okay, why, right? But it's kind of like a similar thing, like you giving that over to us. Like we're still going to inflict that fear harm onto ourselves.
yeah.
But like we've got our like personal sense of like this seems fair to me, because it's like kind of just natural, I think, for people to be like, well, I'm not going to say that nothing happens because that would be stupid and doesn't work with the thing, but like I'm also going to think about what makes sense.
Yeah. Well, and I was watching that XP to level 3 video that I had linked in the Discord earlier. And one of the things that like, it's really interesting because they sort of filmed it as where they didn't film the entire session. Essentially, they just did Castle Ravenloft translated into Daggerheart, but they almost did it like a reality show where they kept cutting to these confessionals. And the GM at one point in time had this confessional where he was like, I realize that I'm still trying to run Daggerheart like I'm a D&D or Pathfinder DM, where that's not the way that Daggerheart works. Daggerheart works best when you're not the one holding the reins, the table is the one holding the reins, and like whatever they do becomes the story so much in that way. And like I've never really been like a railroad DM kind of thing, but I've always had sort of overarching plot points in my head and everything else like that. But like one of the things that I realized coming out of our last session is anything can take a left turn at any point in time, whether I make it take a left turn or make one of you make it take a left turn, and that's the story that's meant to be told. And so it was just learning to let go a little bit, not so much of like I never want to be like, oh, this is the story that I want to tell, but like, oh, these are the beats I have planned and this is the blah 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 blah, where it's like now I'm just like, what happens.
I think the thing that I find interesting about Daggerheart is it feels like it plays best when it's the opposite of D&D, because a lot of the time in D&D the players are reacting to the DM.
Yeah.
But in Daggerheart it feels like the DM is reacting to the players.
Yeah,
That's good.
totally. And that's why I'm trying to like more pass over. What do you guys see? What are you feeling? What are you thinking? Because like I'm 100% ready to change the narrative based upon how you guys are feeling. And you can tell me where I'm wrong, but like as you guys were coming into this cave, the vibe that I was getting from you all as you were like talking to me about how you're feeling and everything else like that is like, we have no fucking idea what is going on here and what is happening and who is doing this and like what the spooky is and everything else like that. So I'm like, okay, there's going to be, like literally off the top of my head, there's going to be a crystal vision pool that connects you to Ayanara so you can understand that something that is happening here is connected to her very deeply. Like this isn't like, there's no like lich at the bottom of this cave that is causing the evil. It is something else.
There goes my lich theory.
Same.
Damn.
Obviously.
Roses and thorns for anybody or anything anybody else wants to talk about or share?
Mine was
I can stop this spooky
really
music.
Yeah.
I thought all of our role playing got on really well. The pace was really good, or at least for me, I liked it. I guess on that, I wouldn't really say it's a thorn, but I'll say one because I don't really have one. I feel like we do a lot of side table distractions.
In what way? Just like random tangents?
Yeah, we'll just be talking and then somebody will start talking and now we're talking about this. It's like the one example was like when I'm trying to roll my dice and then everybody started talking. It's like, I'm just sitting here with my dice, like waiting. And not like I'm not feeling attacked or anything by it, but it's like kind of takes, like, especially for me, like it really takes me out of the moment for a second. And then I have to be like, okay, yes, this is what we're doing.
Right.
So I think we're doing that maybe a little much. But other than that, it's not really a thorn. It's just an observation, really. But I love tonight's session.
I think a thorn for me, and this is no shade at anybody in particular, and it could just be because it's been 2 weeks since we've played, but it felt like you guys were reacting to each other less than you normally do tonight. Like, Gil had this like crazy vision, tried to talk to a god, and the voice of Amber came in and shattered everything and said, "There you are," and everybody's just like, "Cool, let's just go." You know, like it's like it just felt like you guys were rushing to the plot as opposed to enjoying the journey.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
I think there were.
I do find though that, like, at least for me, the previous ones felt slow, like we were dragging our feet on the journey. It's like, I need to get to some kind of plot point here. Like, I need something.
I think I mean,
last session was that something. So I mean,
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah.
saying I needed anymore.
I think there's going to be peaks and valleys, but I definitely think to me, it helps me like really dig my toes into the sand of a campaign early on when I get to learn who the characters are a lot more, and you learn who the characters are through those moments, not through me like handing you guys things and you just reacting to them, but the conversations or the moments in between those reactions where it's like you pull somebody aside and be like, "That was fucking crazy. Like, do you think this?" Like, you guys had a brief moment where you're like, "What was that?" And like, you didn't quite know who it was, but it seemed like you knew who it was. And like, I feel like that could have been 30 seconds longer and it could have been a more interesting beat. But I mean, it is what it is.
On that one, like in Cal's head, it was like, you don't even believe in God, so why are you trying to talk to one? And now it's like, I just said, and again, like, he already felt bad for saying you're always running your mouth, because it's not Gil's fault, but he's being very invested. Like, this is his God's family now, and he doesn't know, but now he's finally talking to his gods. He's like, we were already on a time crunch, and Ashwell said, we gotta go. So that's why I was like very brief. I didn't want to like pass that. I felt like in the moment that would be what Cal's doing. Like, what the fuck? Like, now it's Caesar now. We really gotta go. So that's why I chose that path.
But I think also like there's a bit of suspension of disbelief when you're playing these games of like, if you have a character moment and you want to have a conversation in a situation like this, I'm not going to run down the clock against you guys. Like, if the city is on fire and the dragon is flying overhead and like I'm making, like, we're putting a countdown timer up and we're doing those types of things, sure. When I say, you know, you've got to get to her, you've got to do whatever, that's just me raising narrative tension. It's not so much like you have 5 minutes to get there or the cave is going to collapse. Like, I want you guys to still feel like you have the time, because like essentially this whole like descent into this cavern has been hours.
Yeah.
So at any point in time, you could have had a 2-minute conversation and it wouldn't have, you know, run the clock down. Yeah. I think Rose for me is leaning more into, sure, spend a hope to adjust your beast shape to do something crazy. Spend a hope for your mage hand to all of a sudden be your familiar, you know, like that sort of thing. Yeah, I think I want to lean more into, you guys tell me what you want your characters to do and we'll figure out the math, you know, what the cost of that is.
Really liked that too, because as I've been like reflecting over the last few weeks, I was like thinking about it. I was like, oh, the thing that kind of mildly sucks about the system is that the DM can burn fear to make anything happen.
Yeah.
But then we are like, your hope can do like 2 things. And so I think like you kind of letting us use our hope to like not do anything crazy, but like make minor changes.
You want to do something crazy, we'll just up the hope cost.
And like I think that's a cool way to take it, because then it does feel like our resources are kind of like equal. Like, you can stack more than us, but that makes sense because you're 1 person and we're 4 people. But then it doesn't feel like it's just like, you know, oh, I can do whatever I want with my thing, but you can only do like a couple things with your thing. Like, it makes it feel more balanced just when we like go into those narrative moments.
Totally. Yeah. Like, I think the DM always tends to have more tricks up their sleeves because we control the physics engine. But I think in the same way, I want you guys to feel like heroes.
Yeah.
And I want you to have characters that aren't just limited by 2 pages of a book. Like, if you want to do something different, I want you to I want your rogue and your druid and your wizard and your seraph to be your characters. And so allowing you to spend hope or even stress or whatever in different ways, I think just allows for things to be more interesting. Like, I love that Jeffrey's a familiar now.
Yeah.
Like, that came out of nowhere. It's like Mage Hand all of a sudden becomes Goliath Beetle familiar. Sure, we'll spend some hope on that.
Yeah.
You want a lion mouse? Great, let's do it. Like, it was literally a decision I made on the fly, and I'm just like, I love this. Like, we're just doing this going forward.
I also think it makes more sense because I know a couple sessions ago I had full hope for a long time because I think I was stockpiling it, and it's kind of like when you're playing a video game and you're like, I can't use the bullets because I don't know if I'll find them again. So I'm like, I have to store them, and then I'm like, well, if I can do more stuff with them, then I'm happier to use them.
Yeah.
And then because I can get them back.
Well, and it also comes down to, like, I don't want to save my fear for combat, and you guys shouldn't save your hope for combat. Like, burn them on those experiences. Like, the more, like, we talked last time about wanting to roll more. The way that you roll more is by spending the resources.
Yeah.
It's like, if you burn your hope and all of a sudden you're at no hope and you want more, you do that by making big moves that require a roll, and that roll comes with a risk.
Yeah. Ladies.
My rose is, I really like the flow. I like that we got back into town or / the mine because I did want to go back to the mine. My thorn would be, I don't know, I think I'm hesitant and I wait for other people to act first / Cal every time something goes up.
Yeah, you guys can go.
I know, I'm like,
You're gonna
I keep
interrupt
thinking,
it.
I'm like, what should I do? And then I'm like, what do you want to do?
Well, I mean, this is your first ever tabletop game.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's allowed. And like,
Yeah.
Zoe barely was in our Planescape game before this came up. Like, I think it's just a table confidence thing more than anything. And realizing, like, one of the things when I first started playing D&D, I was the same way. Like, I was the shy kid at the table who didn't do anything. And my DM pulled me aside at one point in time and was just like, you can't get it wrong.
Yeah.
Like, there are no mistakes here. Like, you could say things, you can do things, you can do whatever, and you're never gonna be punished for it.
Yeah.
Like, if you do something that's not in the rules, we'll have a conversation about it, and then you carry on with whatever the varied version of that action is. But like, I think with Daggerheart, even that's not really a thing because the rules are so much more light.
Yeah.
That it's like, if you want to do something, just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be for me.
Stop letting Tyler be the star of the show. God, he's the worst.
Man.
I think in a lot of areas, like, each character is going to have their moments. Like, in a lot of the social ones, like, I would be taking the back seat, and I feel like I have.
Well,
because you two are going to shine more there.
Feel free amongst the 4 of you as well to spotlight other characters, right? Like, if you think that somebody's going to be better in a situation, have your character say, Ayla, what would you do here? Gil, what would you do here? Aldra, what would you do here? Cal, what would you do here?
Yeah.
Like, you can shine the spotlight on each other as much as I can. And I think the more that you all do that, the more it will become comfortable for everybody to take the spotlight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, tonight I was very happy letting you take the spotlight because of everything, but then Ashwell started talking to Cal and it's like, fuck,
Important.
that's kind of important now too.
Yeah, very
So,
fair.
Yeah.
That's,
There's narrative stuff that's going to be in the game that makes more sense for each character individually. Like, I drop a note that all of a sudden you just found a member of the Broken Halo that ties specifically into Gil's backstory. Like, there's always going to be times.
Did you hear that?
It never came up in any earlier conversation. That's been there the whole time, but nobody ever asked Yancey about himself, so we never talked about it. But I'm like, I can't let them leave this town without that nugget of information. So Gerda's gonna drop it. But like, you're all going to have arcs where your character is the main character for those arcs, and there's always going to be moments in each game where you're each the experts. But I think the more we play, the more you guys are going to realize who the expert is in that moment. And that's where you can spotlight each other as much as I can spotlight you guys. Yeah.
My rose was also the flow, but my thorn was also the flow because I had it's like I had an idea of a conversation I wanted to have with Cal before we did anything, but I needed you to start it because of how I was feeling. But then just because we were like, it was like Gerda left and then we're like, Gabe, gotta go.
Yeah, I kind of got a little distracted by that because she's like, okay, let's go. So I was like, oh, I guess we're leaving. But then we decided that we're going to stay after. But that was just a me thing. I was like, well, fuck, I guess we're leaving. So.
But like also, and when you were like, anybody else want to say anything? I was like, yes. But then I think it was you and you're like, let's just keep going. I was like, okay, we're just going to keep going then. Like,
well, yeah, but it could have been like a conversation on the way. Like, it's not like one door to the next.
We can also always jump around in time.
Yeah.
Like if you guys ever have there's this thing that I wanted to do earlier that I didn't get a chance to do. It's like, hey, can we go back a second? I have no fucking problem just being like, yeah, let's flashback back to the cave. You guys were in there for 5 hours. Like this conversation could have happened at any point in time or whatever.
Yeah. I agree. There were some things I was hoping to chat about.
There'll be plenty of campfire moments throughout this campaign. Put a pin in those, you know. And like those are great journal insights. I really wish I could have talked to somebody today about this thing or whatever, you know, like then that just puts that reminder back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. Like the flow was great, but then the flow, like it's sort of like with my thorn where the flow also took away from those interpersonal character moments that could have happened. And it's always tough when your character is having like a crisis and you're not going to be the one to engage in the conversation.
Yeah, like I'm sitting in the back of the cave, like just staring at a wall. I'm not going to be like, hey, can I talk to you? Like,
yeah.
I'm going through it.
Yeah, but no, it's fine. It'll happen.
Cool.
Did you do yours?
Not yet.
Oh.
No, I didn't. I think that I think my rose is, I feel like the mechanics tonight were very good. I feel like everything everyone was doing was like good and meaningful, felt impactful. I thought that was great. I think my thorns are one of them is kind of the same as everyone else's. I think that we were getting like really into character, which is a good thing, but we're getting really into character and being like, oh, we're like in a hurry, like time is pressing, and kind of like forgetting the fact like, oh, it's gonna take us 45 minutes to walk back to town. Like we have the space to like take a breath, which I think kind of like links to like my main thorn, which is like I feel like at this point in the campaign, like we played like 5 or 6 sessions.
6, yeah.
And like our party cohesion is absolute trash.
Yeah.
Like nobody is like telling anyone anything. Nobody's working together. People are like blaming each other just blatantly for things that are going on. Like there's no like friendship or grace or anything.
Yeah.
And I think like it makes kind of sense because we are total strangers in the game.
Yeah. And it's been 3 days, but yeah.
But I also feel like if it were real life, like at this point with just the way like everyone's meshing, like if it were real life, like one of us by now would have pissed off, like, and just been like, this is like
the
not it
off.
like like we are not saving the world, you know. And I think like I don't know, I'm hoping like next session with whatever happens, like I feel like we need that like crisis that actually brings us all together, because what brought us together was like, you know, like the death of this like great person, and then we're given this quest and we're like, what the fuck, we're all just like people and we don't know what's going on. But then like we're like not a team at all. You know, it's kind of just like components that are all kind of operating on their own terms, and there's no actual like hey, I got this. Hey, you got this. Hey, you and me should both do this. Like, and I think that's something that
Is there something in specific for you as a player or for Gil as a character? And I'll also make this open to the entire table for anybody to answer this question. Is there something specific in storytelling that you feel would facilitate that for you or your character? Like it, because we've had inciting incidents, we've had combats, we've had, intrigue stuff, we've had all sorts of different things, and it hasn't quite meshed yet. Has there been something from a storytelling perspective or even a mechanical perspective that has been missing that will help your character jive? Like, do we just need a bottle episode? Like,
yeah, and I'm not sure. I think that maybe what needs to happen is that we need to meet the Flamekeeper, because right now we're kind of just like living on a random letter from a dead guy.
Yeah.
And I think that everyone kind of has this element of like, what the fuck are we even doing?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know what we're doing. We're finding this person, but like, what is our objective and purpose? Like tonight, like Gil was all of a sudden like having this like, hey, maybe like let's liberate the town. Like, are we like liberators? Are we starting a rebellion? But then it's like, wait, are we though, or are we not? And are we like being sneaky, or are we like trying to ruffle feathers? Like, we just like have no like,
Clear plan.
what are we doing?
Sure. Yeah.
And I don't know if that's like I feel like the party is waiting for someone else to tell the party what they are.
Totally. Which is why I haven't done it yet. It's why I put the Flamekeeper just beyond arm's reach, because I wanted you guys, like, literally Varnard's Hollow was built for you guys to see if you could figure it out on your own, and then if not, I can come in with the heavy-handed exposition later on and be like, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
But if you figured it out on your own, like when you started talking about liberating the town tonight, and you had that conversation with Make tonight about like, help us, and he's like, no, but you're the bad guys. Like that is all great stuff, because like, to me, that's the theme of the campaign. Like, the villains aren't mustache twirling caricatures of evil, right? Like, there is patina on the Accord and what they're doing, but I didn't want to make it just so obvious that these are the bad guys.
Yeah.
And I think I've really liked that. But it also feels like, I think it might just be like the composition of characters that we have, where like all of our characters are like relatively driven, but then we don't know where we're driving, you know? And I think it like kind of starts to like rub off on each other, and it's just like, what are you doing? I don't know, I'm just like trying something because I like have no idea what to do.
Which is interesting, especially with you two and you having direct connection in some ways to members of the Circle of Dawn, because they were 100% the same way. Like, as much as they were a group of 6 who were trying to save the world, they were 6 individuals who had so many wild goals, which is why it fell apart at the end. Your grandmother went to go save the Grove. The Shield went to go save a city. You know, like all of these, they're just like, I have my own thing I have to do. What we're doing is good, but I need to go over here. And it's kind of interesting narratively that the same thing is happening with the 4 of you, where you're all very driven, but you're driven in different directions, trying to get to the same goal. But if you keep going this way, you'll just be so far apart from each other that it'll never work.
4 wheels, no car.
4 wheels, no car.
Yeah, it's been interesting. Like, everybody's role playing has been really well, I think. And everybody's trying to figure out who their characters are, and trying to take that space to figure out who their characters are. Which, again, is good, but it is not bringing us closer. There have been times, I know Cal has, I know Gil has, I'm sure there are times that you have as well, said we should be working together. Let's sit down. Let's chat.
That conversation's come up many times.
Yeah, but like nobody's biting, and like biting enough that in the moment we're like, yes, we are going to figure this out. We did in the beginning when it was like, hey, what can we kind of do? But that was kind of it. I mean, I think today, like we were.
You felt like the most cohesive group today.
Yeah, it started to feel like we're more unified. I think actually today's session was really good in the sense that there are bigger things now. Gil's may have something that he's going to wrestle with, and it's, I don't know where you two stand in believing in the gods, but there are big things going on in play, and I know Cal specifically is going to feel better connected, especially to Gil on that point. It's not like I'm not just this angry fucking guy that said keep moving. It's like, do you see this? Like, this is so grand.
Yeah.
Not grand in like great, like grand in scale.
Yeah.
So I think today was actually really good for that it is going to bring perspective to every character. Even Cal, like recognizing where they are. Even just trying to be patient with Ultra. Like, there's another thing you're not telling us, but again, it's like, you know what? Take your time. So
yeah, I mean, I think it's one of the interesting things about any new D&D game or tabletop game in general is you're making characters that are going to be forced to play together. Like, you can't have a lone wolf in a party. It just doesn't work. Even if you write a lone wolf character, they have to begrudgingly go along. But at some point in time, and it's different with every group, sometimes it's a couple of sessions in, sometimes, like, I remember with watching Critical Role Campaign 2, they did not feel like a group to me until the 28th session when Talison's second character, Caduceus, came in.
I agree.
Because it was just a group of unlovable assholes. And then the like wise therapist cleric stepped in and said, no, we're going to talk about our feelings. And then all of a sudden they were cohesive. But it was 28 episodes and the death of a character before they felt like a group. But it was because, and it's not that they didn't try. There was lots of great character moments and everything else like that. And there was like little cliques that were in the party. But it was all of a sudden one person took a leadership role of saying, we're fixing this.
Yeah.
Like, we're stuck together for two reasons. One, we're playing a game together and this just has to fucking happen. But then also in the world, we have something that we all need to do together. And this is just dysfunctional and it's not going to work. And so he just started being this calm, beautiful voice of reason that like connected them all together. And I'm not saying that any of you have to do that. At some point in time, some or all of you will take that role.
Sure.
Yeah.
I do think it would happen if I'm picturing it, it would be the next long rest. Because there have been a couple big things, a couple beats go on, and we have been like walking, but like in my head, if I'm walking to the town that we're going to go, I don't think I would try to like, obviously I'd be chatting, but I don't think I'd be like, hey, like, what were some of those things that you're struggling with? I would be still quite focused on that. But I think the next big long rest is like, okay, we've tackled some shit.
But that also makes sense for your character, a soldier, a mercenary.
That's what I mean.
Those dudes, like, they'll talk about, you know, the people they've slept with, the people they've killed, how drunk they've got. They don't talk about their feelings. Like Gerda was saying, you shove it way deep down. But then, like, you'd probably have, like, deep emotional conversations with your grandmother every fucking day because you're druids. Like, you're in nature. You're connected to the spirits of the world. All the rest of that would happen. You were basically alone most of your life. You're probably not used to having great character or having, like, these deep moments, except for maybe with Kunzite.
Yeah.
And then for you, I mean, who knows how Gil talked to his gang? Like, maybe you guys were close. Maybe it was you were putting on this air of a leader that you didn't have the opportunity to do that. So, like, you all have your armor up in different ways. Like, you had such a deep connected family that you could be close to everybody. And now you've got these strangers. And you've got these strangers, and you've got these strangers, and you've got these strangers. And like, you have to find the through paths to really create that connection. And I honestly think, to me, that's why found family works, is because you make the choice to make these people your family. Because it's easy to just split.
Yeah.
I played in a D&D game once where like I literally realized I had created a character that will never get along with these people, and so I left and created a different character. I'm like, I wrote the wrong character for this game. This person will never get along with these people. The choices they make are completely wrong. It will not work. Yeah.
I've been there.
Cool.
I think we're getting close.
Oh, it feels like we're teetering on the edge. Yeah.
I think we're a session away from thing.
I don't want to like metagame us into doing it next session, but it does feel like narratively that would kind of click for us.
Totally. Well, and the reason why I want to have these conversations again, and I've said this before on other after episodes, and we'll publish these eventually. I don't know. I should make a Patreon. But the reason why I wanted to have these conversations is because this happens at every table. And I feel like other people aren't having these conversations, and then they feel alienated, and then they leave games.
Yeah, it's actually really funny doing this. I know everyone's tired and probably wants to go soon, so I'll make it brief.
I'm going to wait for like 5 more.
I just want to see what the rest of the spear trackers look like, honestly.
Oh, they're pretty cool.
Flip them over. I want to see what the ends look like.
I have 3, so I will remember.
Yeah. They're pretty sick.
They're
Yeah.
pretty sick.
They're very swanky.
I'll try to paint them for next week.
It's awesome.
Oh my gosh, now I've lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
You're talking
It's
about
all
the
good.
end of like sessions. He was talking about
Oh yeah. Like I feel like we're only doing this because we're streaming it,
But I think it's
but
so
like
valuable.
low
Yeah.
key,
so
it's a
great.
great practice
Yeah.
to just be like, how does everyone feel about? Because like as a DM myself, I'm constantly like after the show, I'm like, oh, I hope everyone had fun. Oh, there was that one moment where that one person seemed like kind of upset about what happened. Like, hopefully they're not stewing about it. And like this just kind of like lets us like, and I feel like we're all like adult enough to like be like, this is what bothered me tonight.
Yeah. I don't DM Spiral after these games, but I still DM Spiral after my Wednesday night game because we don't do this.
Yeah, and it's actually like it's great because then you can like leave the table being like, oh, like that's why they did that, or they were feeling this, or like, oh, like Dave made this decision and oh, that did make sense, but in the moment it didn't, but because he talked about it, then it did.
Yeah.
And so like I like low-key think this is just like a good DM practice in general. Like you just kind of after the game you take 10-15 minutes and you're just like, all right, like let's workshop this. Like this is like a collaborative thing. Like what do you do in collaborative things while you're like communicating?
It straight up came from because like I love the Dimension 20, their after show. I love the cooldown after Critical Role. I love the fireside chat for both NADPOD and for Worlds Beyond Number. And I'm like, why is it that I love this? And I'm like, oh, because they're actually making a better game by talking about the things they liked and didn't like about the game.
Yeah. And I think it's like just like I'm gonna probably start doing it in my games. Like I have so many of those moments where I'm just like, oh, I hope they had fun tonight.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then like there hasn't been a single time where like my thorn tonight is I had no fun. You know?
It was the worst.
You're all doo-doo heads. Cool. Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.